Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is part 1 of our story. If you like this what if story and want to see part 2, let me know in the comments below. Before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Also, check the description for more great content and my playlist. This story was posted by dark_project_09_v2 on Wattpad. Now let's start. Prologue. Third person POV. Flashback. The scene begin, we can see a boy around on his age 7 years old, with medium-length hair, but the most of unique on his body is his eyes. Instead of white, it's pitch black and white irises. The boy sitting on the end of tree, leaning against it such as he begin to close his eyes and begin to take a nap. But then a rustling noise coming from the bush nearby such as the boy open his only left eye and see what it caused the noise. There he met a girl around on his age maybe. The girl appearance is she has a tan skin for a Latina, brown long hair and eyes such it's enticing for her age, and a ribbon attached on her behind on her head. She's wearing a white shirt exposing her shoulder and gray jeans and shoes. Imagine she's a child. The boy smiled a bit while he closed his eye again. As the girl noticed her friend just taking a nap, she groaned and eventually take a sit next to him. Seriously, Izuku, taking a nap after beating some kids around on our age. The boy named No as Izuku let out a chuckle before he opened his eyes and just look at the leaves on the tree. Izuku, I don't have a choice, Vaggy, those little toddler bullying you and others for your ethnicity. I mean they're racist. The girl named No as Vaggy who rolled her eyes but smiled as well for appreciate for her friends stand up for her and to the others. Vaggy, thanks but you don't need to go that far. You almost got in trouble. Izuku chuckled again and look at her before he look at the leaves again. Izuku, well what I can say, trouble is always my nature and always close to me, so it's nothing new to me. Vaggy smiled before her expression turned into frowns such as she know it's gonna be their last day to each other meet again. Izuku noticed her face, he can't help but to take a sit properly and look at his friend. He know her well so much that he can easily tell if there's someone disturbing her or a problem. Izuku, hey I know that look. Tell me, what's the problem? Vaggy let out a sigh as Izuku can really read her like an open book. And she can't deny it. Vaggy, me and my parents are going back to my country, that's mean we're not gonna see again for some time. Izuku, oh sorry to hear that but don't worry. Vaggy look at Izuku and see that he's just smiling while looking what's in front of them. Izuku, even we are far away to each other, I'm going to find a way to meet you again. Besides we are in modern civilization V, we can have VC or call in the internet as long you have a phone or computer. Vaggy giggles that she also forgot about that. Vaggy, right it's just I'm gonna miss you so much once we leave. Izuku is quiet and look at her before he look away, avoiding his gaze. Izuku, well I have something here. Vaggy heard what he said and saw him pulling something on his pocket. Then she saw him giving his hand in front of her. Izuku, here take it. Izuku gave her a rose gold heart locket on her palm such as Vaggy shocked her friend always doing something crazy. Vaggy glared at Izuku who's smirking like an idiot. Vaggy, did you steal this? Izuku whistle innocently and avoid his gaze from her eyes. Izuku, well I didn't steal it. I bought it since you're my only first friend I ever have. Vaggy is touched what he said such as she can't help but to blushed and begin to look away. But Izuku begin to continue to tell something that's make her disbelief. Izuku, I only steal the money from my parents since you know they're neglecting me so much that they almost forgot about me. Vaggy, Izuku chuckled and began to lean back at the tree while putting his hands behind on his head, acting as a pillow. Izuku, I'm fine V, I'm gonna be fine trust me. Vaggy is having frown expression when Izuku mentioned his parents. She know it and she wanted to help him but Izuku telling her it's gonna be only worse so let him be. Izuku, besides I think you should look what inside. Vaggy obey what he said and open the locket such as she can't help but to let a single tears on her eye. Vaggy, it's so appealing. Izuku what inside on the locket is a picture of him and her next to each other, his arm hang around on her neck, both of them is smiling, but Izuku is smile such as goofy that it's quite shocking because of his nature. Suddenly Vaggy lunge herself at him, giving him a tight hug such as Izuku hug her back and rub her back for some comfort. Vaggy, I will cherish this gift Izuku. Izuku smiled a bit before he stopped rubbing her back, and Vaggie realized what she doing. She become embarrassed and quickly pull back herself from him. Izuku, you should be V after all. I'm your friend. He begin to stand up and wipe some dirt on his breathes before he look at the sun that's is almost about to set. Izuku, we should go now, your parents might worried about you right now. He offer his hand and Vaggie gladly take it. Vaggie, you're right. We should go home now. She's still smiling while she holding the locket on her hands. Izuku having an idea and being mischievous as kid, he have a plan. Izuku, hey, whoever got last out on the forest will buy some ice cream. Izuku quickly to jog as Vaggie becomes startled and begin to run to catch up with him, while she's still a smile on her face, hoping it's never end. Vaggie, hey, not fair. Later, Izuku watching a news on the living room while he eating his food made by only himself since his parents is busy to train their prodigy child. News, we are live at Blurred Forest in North America. The tragic happened that yesterday a flight from our Japan suddenly crashed because of the terrorist attack. We are sorry for people lose in crash. Here's the list of name and picture of people on the flight. Izuku, who's about to bite off the meat, suddenly stop as he drop it and his gaze become too sharp. His hand is shaking as his mouth is shivering, suddenly biting his lips so hard that it begin to bleed. His strands hair begin to mystery levitate on the air around on him. When he saw the person name and picture including to the plane crash. Vaggie Izuku is gritting his teeth such as he single eye can be seen such as it's showing how much he angry today, while other because of his bangs being covered by other. Izuku doesn't care about the food anymore as he begin to walk out on the house. He doesn't even care to put a shoes or a goddamn slippers. He begin to walk on the streets such as the people around on him begin to avoid because of the atmosphere is very chilling and terrifying. Even the thugs are seeing him begin to scared and run like a coward. Some of people are arrogant and begin to mess with him. But at the end their faces met a crack concrete mix with their own BLD Izuku, who's walking on the street without care on the world, such as even at the cars on road begin to stop and about to shout on him, only being shut by his single gazed. The only child can make them scared by his simple look. When an arrogant drunk driver trunk left and about to confront him. Izuku having fully rage inside on his body. He look at the driver who's about to punch when he got integrate by his behavior. Izuku used his unbelievable physical strength to broke the driver's hand arms then throw him in front of him truck. Izuku is not even done and suddenly dash forward it and smash his fist to the driver's head, buried his fist into inside the engine. Imagine it's Izuku and others girl is driver and the wall is truck. Izuku just look at him before he walk out like he doesn't give a f. Then suddenly the clouds begin to shade as the thunder can be heard on the sky. Next happened is a loud thunderous roar with heavy rain let out as he look at the sky. Everything on his mind is mess, but he has only have a single question: why? He walks somewhere to blow off his steam, such as he finally reached the forest where he and Vaggie always hang out. He destroy everything on there such rocks, walk rocks, even pulling tree on the ground and beat the SHT the hell out of it. /and DMN. What the DMN tree even do? Poor trees, the animals is scared to get close to him, even the apex predators such as even bear, surprisingly tigers, wolves and more. His body is releasing a aura such as it's so terrifying that the birds, bats or flying creating fly away in different directions such as those creatures covered the sky even it's raining. He can't still accept that his only friend is death. End of flashback. RD person POV. Izuku opened his eyes and met the ruined battlefield such as is so mess, the destroyed buildings, cars, even piled of debris and corpse of experiment high-end Nomus. Izuku look around before he look at his own body, already been injured and missing his left arm. His body is on the agony state such as it's a normal person would be already dead on the injuries he have right now. The sharp objects piercing around on his body, there's even goddamn katana on stabbing on his throat. He can't help but to smile at this situation. He look at his front and see the body of mixed AFO and Tamura is being bloated, the face is swelling so much that the eyes begin it burst out on the skulls. This is the last trick on his sleeves, he will die without taking with him on the grave. He slowly moved his head at the side and look at his daughter, his lovely daughter who is now teenager, running towards at him where he's standing at. He saw her face that she is crying so much that she can't stop the tears on her eyes. Eri, no papa. Even he has only arm, he can still move. He can't help but to smile at this final moment before he look again to AFO. Izuku minds, I guess meeting my end at this situation is not bad. He look at the sky and see that there's nothing but blue with white clouds, shining a lay of light where he's standing. Izuku minds, now that I think about it. This is how Shingen dying while he protecting his son. That's what Gun said to me. I guess me and my father is have similar fate to dying while protecting their children at their last will. Not bad. He closed his eyes and suddenly he felt a hug on his back, such as even a lot rod and sharp objects piercing around on his body. The person who's hugging is Eri, looks doesn't care if she get hurt. He gently grab her hand put away as he slowly turn around and saw her crying. She's begin to use her quirk, such as the horn of her forehead begin to glow. Eri, please don't leave me papa. Izuku look at her and touch her cheeks that being stained by his blood. He wipe her tears and smile. He can't talk anymore because of his vocals on his throat is already been damaged. The state of his condition is worse and Izuku know it. Even Eri try to heal him. There's no time. He look at Eri before he look at AFO and the body begin to massive as it about to explode. Izuku grab her arm, look at in her eyes. Eri noticed his actions and look at his father. She know that look and she begin to cry harder. Eri, no, please I need you papa. Izuku used his last strength to let out a voice. Izuku, be strong. Eri, the voice on his mouth is horrible, such as the blood begin to drip on his mouth. At his last strength, he used it to throw Eri far away from him and preventing her to not die from explosion that about to happen. Izuku just look at her even at his worst state. Izuku minds, this is my last duty and act as your father. Eri being thrown at the air, as everything on her eyes is so slow motion that her father sacrifice himself to end this ridiculous war. She tried to reach him but being thrown at the air is there's nothing she can't do about it. She expected to be landed on the ground but suddenly she felt a pair of hands grabbing her shoulder. She look and see a familiar blue hair and eyes. She saw 𝐻𝐻𝐿 is the one catch her on the air. Suddenly both of them being wrapped by a familiar gear capture which is Shoyuda Aizawa. He landed them at the ground safely. Eri is about to run towards to her father again but she being prevented by Aizawa who's grabbing her arm. Shoyuda, Eri, it's dangerous. We needed to get away from him. Eri trying to get out from his grasp but the difference from strength is different such as she begin to struggle. Eri, please I need to save him, I don't want him to die. She begin to cry hard and pleases to Shoyuda let her go, but she saw Shoyuda is crying as well. Shoyuda put his hands on her shoulder and look at her. Shoyuda, we don't have a choice. Eri, I know and I regret to not saving him, even he's being framed as traitor at the past, but Eri you have to understand he's doing it for you. Eri. She look at his father, saw that he begin to vomiting a blood. She know because of her reckless, because she put her father in more pain state just by pretend her to not get caught on about to explosion. She saw him wiping his blood and begin to turn around. She begin to cry harder as she regret everything. Shoyuda lift her up and begin to run away, such they needed to escape so they can't caught at radius of explosion. Back to Izuku who's giving Eri as last glance before he look at AFO again. Izuku minds, live Eri, don't make a same mistake like me, live with your fullest life, enjoy your lee dash. He didn't finish his thought as AFO begin to exploded, everything on its path obliterated into ashes, such as it's so powerful that Eri and Aizawa being thrown away by shockwave. Few minutes later, the explosion finally died and everything on its path, showing the destruction that created that everything around on it, reduced to nothing but ashes, not even Izuku's nor AFO's bodies as well. They're clearly gone and never be returned. Eri witnessing everything as she can't help to cry again and accept it that her father is really gone, forever. Izuku POV. Everything on around his eyes is black. He felt his body completely fine and complete after the explosion. He thought this is the afterlife and expected to judge and send to hell for everything he did. He know that there's no escape here, so he accepted at the end. Well, looks you're finally here. How he heard a voice. It's echoing around, such as he began to look everywhere but saw nothing but a black void. Suddenly all the black environment began to merge, such as everything went shine, causing to him to block his vision for a sec. When the lights down and everything is clear, Izuku saw around that he's some kind in the office where he met a guy. having a same medium-length hair but instead red. That guy is wearing some sort of armor and looking at Izuku with interested. Also on his side he saw a dude who's wearing a cloth and nothing but a leaf covering his pages. Nice to finally meeting you, Izuku, or should I say Shinj, Demon Oni. Izuku become tense a bit, but when he felt there's no threat coming the man who called his alias nor the person next to him, he calmed down. Izuku, so let me guess. I'm in the afterlife. The person nodded and Izuku let out a sigh. Pretty much. Also I'm right that you're not shocked and accepted your death. Izuku shrugged and take a sit. The man in front of him let a chuckle. I'm getting to point, Izuku. I'm God. Pretty much that's obvious, but you can call me Dark. I like that way. Also the person next to me is your ancestor. The first human, Adam. Izuku looked at him with his eyes wide. Adam, who chuckled at his reaction and nodded. Izuku stand up and bow at him, showing a respect to the first human on Earth. Izuku, I'm honored to meet you, my ancestor, sir. Adam, please, you don't needed to do that, and I'm honored to meet one of my children, such as shocking what the humanity achieve and even gain some powers called quirks. I guess the humanity evolving again and again. Izuku stopped bowing and take a sit back, then heard a sigh from the father of humanity. Adam, but I guess it's very disappointing what my children would have become. Such as destruction and chaos, but I guess hope and justice still strike on the humanity. He look at Izuku and give him a nod. Adam, and you, Izuku, become something I can called proud of, except for the NTR if that's people called these days. Anyway, you Izuku are strong person, have unbeatable and strong will, and will do anything to the people he always cared. As a father of humanity, I'm so proud of you for what have you become. Izuku saw him smiled a bit before he looked at the god. Dark, anyway Izuku, why you're here? Because we have a plan. Well, before you ask, I'm gonna explain it. He let out a cough and Izuku looked at him with a straight face. Dark, the multiverse is real, yes, and some of your variances pretty much achieve something incredible and worse than you think. Power and absolute, but I'm not talking about that. What I'm gonna tell you is, there's a new universe where the heaven is pretty much hypocrite and deceiver, such as my son counterpart. Adam is the most disappointed. Izuku heard Adam let out a sigh, but not a normal sigh. It's a disappointed while he's shaking his head. Adam, he's pretty much worse Adam and disgrace of all Adam in multiverse. My counterpart pretty much think he's a superior on everything, such as he's fool. He thinks he can control everything. Dark rub his back for a comfort and look at Izuku. Dark, you see, the heavens don't believe on the redemption. They quickly judging human soul and send them into hell, such as they transform into called sinners, which is they become demon how they died or what cause of their dead. And higher angels, send a angel that almost look like a demon with horns, killing the sinners in every years, pretty much that they called cleansing for extermination because of the hell overpopulation. Izuku thinking about the task, such as he got new chance to live more and of course to explore because he wanted do something more, but eventually he died. But now he's giving a chance, he will not waste this opportunity. Dark, since your bravery and sacrificing yourself for the humanity, we giving you a chance to send you in that universe to fix and prove the heaven that redemption can be happen. Don't worry, we will give you something that can be used so you don't have worry about. Izuku smiled and leaned back at the chair. Now this offer got interesting. He put his right hand on the arm rest while his other near on his face, while his leg is above to his other. Izuku, I accepted, even there's a catch. I wanted some new experience and exploring new place. Dark smiled at his attitude. He didn't regret creating him for nothing. Dark, as much I love to put some catch on our deal, no, I'm willingly to do this for you since you sacrificed yourself for humanity. He leans back at the chair and look at Adam, who gave him a nodded. The two teams agreed and willingly to help him for his new task. Dark looked at Izuku and smiled. Dark, now that we are agreed, I Dark, the god of multiverse, bestowing you a powers. With a snap of his finger, suddenly multiple particles and orbs suddenly merged Izuku and went inside to his body. Adam, I, Adam, the father of humanity, bestowing you immortality and divine immunity. With a snap of his finger as well, a pure light orbs suddenly lunged to Izuku and merged to his inside, such as Izuku felt an incredible power inside on his body as he felt his veins is pulsing as his heart is beating so fast like he's having adrenaline. Once the aura around on his body finally calm, Izuku look at his body feel if something changes on his appearance but he didn't find anything or new one. Dark summon a mirror and see that he's still on his current appearance. Izuku, I'm still look the same Dark. Don't worry, since you like this current look of yours, we didn't change it. Also even if still the same, there's some few changes around on your body, well you gonna figure it out at end so there's no problem anyway. Dark begin to stand up and summon a 2 weapons. Dark. Here, you might need it at the future just in case you want some action, even though you prefer fight someone or group with your fists. Dark throw the weapon at Izuku who easily catch it and observe his weapons. He unsheath the blade and inspect. He give few slashes on the air, creating a afterimages of the slashes with dark and red energy. Finishing it with pierce that created a spark around before he sheathed the blade. Next is the magnum pistol. As he inspect it, before he aim it on the air, he felt it's perfect on his grip, even the single hand, he look at Dark who nodded at him and summoned some dummy. Izuku shot some few rounds and hit all the spot he wanted to hit such as head, heart, liver and eyes. He spin of the gun before he put unsummon them. He already expecting he can summon and unsummon the item he needed. Dark, don't worry about your bullets, it's unlimited and have ammo you wanted such as normal to divine bullets, but I'm sure you can bring more than that. Izuku smiled and bow, appreciate the gift he received from the gods such as he will make sure that he's gonna cherish it even though he barely gonna use them. Izuku, thank you for the gifts, father. Dark just chuckled and waved his hands in front of him. Staying it's not necessary. Dark, it's fine kid. Besides, I meet a lot of your counterpart and I can say you are the most pretty much respectful Izuku I've ever met, despite being ruthless and destructible you are. Now he begin to stand up and look at Izuku. Dark, now that you're prepared, I think it's time for you to go. Also one more thing Izuku. Izuku look at him with a straight face. Dark, you might meet someone you know over there, besides who knows? Izuku look at with curious such as Dark can't help but to chuckled. Dark, what? I don't want to spoil you. I think this is your only deserve to find out yourself to know it. Izuku, okay, that's pretty much interesting you say. Dark just nodded but his face is telling something more but Izuku didn't pry more because it would be disrespectful to the creator. Dark, might want something to say to your descendant, Adam before he left. Adam, yes, father. He looked at Izuku and put his hand on his shoulder even though Izuku is clearly taller than at his ancestor. Adam, Izuku, I'm gonna curse only this time. Beat my counterpart Adam until you make him into your bee. Izuku eyes widened before he grinned such as it's a request that cannot be denied no matter what. Izuku, I will. And I will not make you disappointed to me, sir. As Adam satisfied of his descended answer, he begin to back off and Dark begin to open the portal into new universe. Dark, and Izuku it's nice meeting you again. Suddenly a portal appear on where Izuku's standing at. Izuku, son of he did finish his sentence as he being sent to the new universe. Adam look at Dark with deadpan expression while Dark is just still mischievous god as ever be. Still sending my other counterparts in same as mine huh? A voice can be heard. Dark and Adam turn around and met a huge person almost same size of current Izuku that Dark send off. This person is have a long pitch black hair, having a paled skin and tattoos marks each of his armors. He's topless and only wearing a gray Japanese traditional skirt. His barefoot is being tattoos of black. This is Izuku Lucifer Morningstar, the modern original Lucifer on his universe, king of hell and heaven. My, still quite surprised to see my other counterparts being sent to new universe. I guess I can't get used that. This time, another voice can be heard such as this time it's menacing. They look at voice where it came from. And 3 of them see big massive and tall silvery white wolf with an elongated snout, gray mask-like markings on his face, sharp teeth, and glaring, sinister red eyes. He wears a black poncho with a built-in hood and brown trousers. He also has brownish-gray wraps around his wrists and calves, and carries a pair of razor-sharp sickles that can be combined at the handle and extended to form a double-bladed scythe. His menacing red sharp eyes can scared a normal person except for those person in front of him. This Izuku is the god of death. Pretty much he's the king of underworld and other universe but also king of hell. Dark, how I missed these two so how's your Charlies? Once he asked them, both of these powerful beings let out a groan and sigh such as they having a hard time for their 𝐻𝐻 wife know a lot of 𝐻𝐻 wives. Dark can't help but to chuckled at their reaction. Dark minds, I hope this new 𝐒𝐮𝐦𝐦𝐚𝐫𝐲 I send might give something new. RD person POV. In the random alley, a massive portal appear in horizontal on the air and a person suddenly fall out on it such as the impact of the person is powerful that it created a smoke, quake and a crater. Once the smoke finally disappear, the person showing it 𝐒𝐮𝐦𝐬 who's the one been sent out. 𝐒𝐮𝐬, I have been falling for goddamn 30 minutes. He let out a sighs before he get up. 𝐒𝐮𝐬, should be grateful for a second chance but he's in but for making a portal on the air. He can make like a normal nevermind, he let out a sighs before he look at his messy black yukata. 𝐒𝐮𝐬, maybe there's a mistake well it's not my problem anymore he look at his surrounding which is he's on random alley somewhere on the hell. He look at the sky and noticed a pentagram and look like an orb with wings. 𝐒𝐮𝐬, so this is the hell of this universe huh? He begin to take a walk until he met a small cracked mirror but it can see the reflection. 𝐒𝐮𝐬 take a good look at himself and saw that he's still on his normal look except for his pitch black eyes and white irises. His ultra instinct is pretty much normal to him. He grabbed some small mirror sharp shard, gripping it until he felt the familiar sting. He slash his other arms and see if there's something new about his body. Once he damaged his arm, he dropped the mirror shard and look at his wounded palm. In a second, not even took a 30-second. His wounds suddenly heal like it's not even there. He swing his arms and stretch. He felt his body is lighter and powerful such as there's a mysterious energy inside of his body. He take a few punches and it creates some wind pressure around on the air where he punching it. He can definitely tell he got more speed and strength. It's his physical attributes has been massively improved and enhanced to something that cannot grasp. He nodded himself and began to walk until he got out on the alley. And there he met a lot of dead corpse of sinners. He crouch and take a good look at the dead body, he grab the flesh and smell the BLD. It's like still the same human body and there's some new add features or parts since they're demons now. Once he done for some experiment, he get up and look at around, he begin to walk somewhere as he thought this is the exorcist doing. There's even angelic spears still piercing the corpse. He grabbed some few things for something he needed to do. As he done he make his way more looking street until he met angels on their black and white uniform with a mask with horns on it. The face have a X while others a normal white eyes and a creepy smile on it. They're flying on the air and when they noticed him they begin to descending on the ground. Exorcist 1. Look, new arrival. Exorcist 2. But why he's more look like a human. Exorcist 3. It doesn't matter. He's here so he's a sinner, just like the rest of them. As 𝐒𝐮𝐬 just looking at them suddenly he take a step side, dodging the unexpected attack from behind. He look at it and see and it's one of them. The exorcist. Exorcist 4, die you sinner some. She about to stab him with her weapon but 𝐒𝐮𝐬 saw it coming and quickly grabbed her feet and slammed her to the ground. Shocking the others exorcists, this is the first they seeing this that one of them being slammed on the ground with at ease by their thoughts a single sinner. Exorcists, attack him at all once. They suddenly charge but they stop when they saw 𝐒𝐮𝐬 just grab the exorcist he slammed earlier. Now on gripping her while she being lifted on the air. They thought he's gonna used her as hostage but what the most shocking is. He did something that not a sinners or demons or overlords can do it. 𝐒𝐮𝐬 pierced his fist on her back until it burst out to middle of the chest with the golden heart of the exorcist gripping it on his palm while it's still pulsing. The exorcist on his grasp is gasping because of the heart suddenly out of her body. She looked down and saw her own heart is pulsing with a golden BLD around on the hand that gripping it. The golden BLD drip on her lips as it continued to drip out on the mask. 𝐒𝐮𝐬 tightened his grip, ending up destroying the golden heart that it splash more golden BLD. He pulled back his fist and throw the now corpse exorcist to the side like a trash. 𝐒𝐮𝐬 shake his hand that filled with golden BLD as he look at the rest of the exorcist. As his breath become a steam with his white irises shine, showing it more menacingly. 𝐒𝐮𝐬, come as he said that. The three exorcists flinched such as this is the first time they saw someone can kill their kind. But still being killing machine they are. They're lunge at him, pointing their weapons at him. Izuku is just standing and finished to take off the golden BLD. He take look at his enemies with stoic expression before he give them superhuman speed punches, sending the three exorcists at air at the same time. Their vision suddenly shaking. Earlier they just about to stab him with their weapons once they got closer, but next happened is they being sent at the air at same time as they felt a massive pain on their face. Izuku Kanbin on the stance with his single fist is streaming with some golden BLDS on it. He looked at them and went straight where they air. The three exorcists noticed him above looking at them with his menacing glared. They felt feared some reason such as this the first time they felt this. It's like looking at the abyss when they seeing his eyes. Izuku gave the hammer fist those exorcists at the same time, showing his speed is unmatchable as he easily destroy their mask with his strength while he send at them at ground with such force that they bounce, but Izuku suddenly appear above and stomp their head while he hold the other exorcist on his hand. He easily crashed the heads of the exorcists on his grip by crushing the skulls and stomping the heads so hard each of his feet. He throw the corpse on his grasp on the side while he walk off the now unheaded corpses of exorcists on the ground. Izuku begin to walk off on the street such as he look at above and see the backup finally arrives. Izuku, he look around and see that he's finally been surrounded. He can help but make an expression that all the exorcists saw it. He's smiling like a maniac. In different part of Pride Ring, there's another exorcist with a leader of this extermination. He's Adam, the first human on this earth or universe such as he's so completely different from other Adam. The one who next to him is his only right hand which the exorcist named Loot. Adam fired a holy beam on his palm looking having fun to killing the sinners. Loot, sir, I'm getting report that our half-Amory has been killed. Adam hears what she said and looks surprised and stop whatever he even doing. Adam, what? That's surprising. How this sinner's killing these beaches? Loot, sir, actually it's only single person kill our half in the army. Adam more look surprised and look at Loot. Adam, how many he did killed? Loot, about 105 sir. Adam, then how many left we got? Loot, around 300 sir. Adam smiled and having a relaxed expression. Adam, then send them all. But sir, it's extermination day. Adam look at her deadpan. Adam, don't care, just send them all and problem solve. If you're not satisfied you should join them and finishing off by yourself. Loot smiled evil and grabbed not only her spear but her sword as well. Loot, with pleasure sir. Loot begin to fly off with a lot exorcists while Adam back blasting some holy beam around at the city. Back to Izuku who's just finished slaughter some exorcists. A piled mountain of corpses everywhere on the street wherever he is right now. All flesh, parts of bodies, the arms, legs, even heads are scattered everywhere while he's sitting on the corpse like a throne such as he look at the red sky with bored expression. Izuku, 106 kills, only 30 minutes for now. Not bad for the beating my record I did on the past. He look at his fist with some few golden BLD on it, before he wipe it off by just simple shaking his hand. Then he noticed something not far away as the group of exorcists begin to fly where at his direction such as he begin to smile again. He begin to stand up and wipe some dirts on his yukata before finally take a good look at his surrounding. The massive group of exorcists begin to surrounding on the air like an eagle hunting the prey before they landed near at him. Surrounding everything on the path to make sure that this they thought sinner can't escape. Izuku look at his surrounding and he being cornered. Not a single path can be walk out on this time. The BLD begin to adrenaline run through at his veins such he tried to contain his excitement. He summoned some cigar on his fingers and lit it with demonic fire on his middle finger, showing that he's giving them a middle finger or obvious AFU. But his expression betrayed him such as he can't contain his excitement expression. Smiling at this situation, blamed at his BLD such as it's on their genetic and family bloodline that they always get excited, not only the women but also fighting. Loot, who landed not far away, pointed her sword at Izuku. Loot, attack. As she shouted, all the exorcists except for her charge at him. All the exorcists begin to attack him with their weapons such as Izuku can't help to move as well as he flick his cigar on the air and then with single punch that's about to hit the exorcists suddenly felt a danger such as their instinct telling them it's so dangerous to face this man. As Izuku redirection his fist and punched the ground created a massive damage of debris but also a powerful earthquake that shook the whole Pride Ring. In different place in hell, all the sinners and demons are having panicked such this is the first time happening this. They thought this is only a myth, the hell quake. Sinner 1, what is happening? Sinner 2, it's hell quake. We all gonna die. Sinner 3, you fool, it's dangerous outside. Sinners, all they didn't know Izuku is the only one can cause this since they are busy to saving their butt and not watching the live stream fight about the dubbed sinner human fought the angels. Back to Izuku, who's now look like menaces such as his fist buried on the ground where there's massive circle of crater like there's some meteor crash it. Izuku pull back his fist and look at group of exorcists. Still they're bold enough to attack and try to slash him with the sword. But Izuku is fast enough to grab the exorcist on the head, crashing it that it's burst out all the golden BLD on the mask before he slammed her on the ground. Suddenly his eyes went change and everything on the atmosphere on the surrounding change. Lute who's on the air, while flapping her wings. Looking at Izuku with nervous. She felt as well. The dangerous and threat that coming from that single man. All of them gulping nervous such as they begin to surrounding, showing they're not scared off. But then they become freeze on something. Such as it's something chilling down on the spine. His irises become shining green such as it's so different from his white irises. All the exorcists telling their own instinct. It's something that they should follow it. It was the survival. One wrong move and you die, everything is quiet and all of them are nervous, and being overwhelming fear. Everything begging in silence. Izuku make a first move in such speed, punching the exorcist into gut that went through as the golden BLDs splattered everything. Wetting everything as Izuku moved to another and another. Tearing limb by limb who the exorcist's bodies who try to stand on his way. Exorcist 49. Kill him. Everything went past such as Izuku is tearing the exorcists with such ease. He even kicked the exorcist that his shin went through and split the exorcist into half. All of them attempt to get closer but as soon they saw Izuku lifting his bare feet on the air, they try to take cover but it's too late. Izuku slammed his foot on the ground creating a powerful shockwave and wind pressure around, sending all the exorcists in different directions on the air. It's so powerful that he even created another hellquake in whole Pride Ring. His alias is Catastrophe for no reason. Everything around him is chaos. Izuku can bin his expression smiling such as he enjoying this fight. Izuku can control and utilizing maximum the full potential of Ultra Instinct unlike his father and his little brother Gun. All the exorcists to try to escape as they look back, even try to run instead using their wings. Izuku just look at them like a little prey and deviously take a move and stomp all the exorcists' heads, sending it to the ground in such incredible speed. He even grabbed the exorcist on the throat and grip it, preventing her to escape. Izuku clenched his fist so that it began to surrounded by a black energy and then he throw it into the exorcist's gut, causing the exorcist scream in pain and before she puked a golden BLD on her mouth that threw on her mask. Izuku didn't even show a mercy and continued to punch her until it created a powerful wind pressure behind on her back, showing the powerful impact that went through at her body. Back to Lute who just watching the whole massacre. It's like watching the calamity unfolded. Such as the hell has been hiding a monster for a long time and they finally release it and start to fight back. She look at her arms and they've been shaking entire time when the fight begin. This man slaughter all the exorcists who stand on his way. Tearing, punching, kicking. Next thing she see is Izuku slashing his enemies with his bare fingers. Tearing their limbs one by nothing. It's only pure, absolute power and chaos. Such as it's so incredible and unbelievable strength to this man possessed and using it to tear down the angels. She saw him a true monster. A demon Oni. Is this the real threat at the heaven? Once she saw exorcists nearly wipes out and few of them are standing in front of her, beaten and has been damaged. Then they heard Izuku begin to talk. Izuku, is this the heaven of soldiers could best offer? He started to mocking as it's nothing but a child play to him. They just look at him and walking at their direction, menacingly. Lute who suddenly shake her head off to clear her mind and got an idea. Lute, Throw all of your weapons at him. Despite he's powerful, he's still a sinner and can be killed. He can't dodge all the angelic weapons at the same time. All the exorcists heard what she said and quickly obey what she said. They quickly throw at their weapons at Izuku, who is just standing there, and they thought he's gonna begin to move, but then they just saw him, smiling like he don't care. Izuku wildly opened his arms to the air, showing he's not care if he gets stabbed or pierced. And in a second everything went fast and Izuku has been stabbed and pierced in different parts of his body. Such the blade went through it inside of his flesh, showing the red blood that begin dripping on his damaged skin and wounds. All the exorcists thought this is his miserable end. Meanwhile, in different part of Pride Ring, all the demons are watching at the live and all of them are having a different reaction. Some of them are shocked because they saw a sinner can kill the army of angels. Even the overlords begin to took interested but only disappear when they see him being stabbed and pierced by angelic weapons. Such as it's a horrible end for that man. Meanwhile in hotel, a paled smooth gray skin with a white long hair like a moth, a red ribbon and a famous X on the other side eye, such it's similar to the exorcist. When she saw Izuku who just slaughtered the exorcist like nothing, she's so shocked because there's someone can kill them without a problem, but she also felt something about him. It's like she's seen him before. She opened the locket, the rose golden color. She saw what and inside, and there she saw herself, young and more alive. And next to her is a boy with a mid-length hair with pitch black hair and pitch black eyes and white irises. She wondered if that man in the picture on the locket is the same person. But when she saw him getting pierced and stabbed, she didn't even realize a tear begin to form on her eye. This is the one and only friend Izuku have. Vaggie. No Izuku. She accidentally called his name, but she covered her mouth quickly. She look at her side and see her girlfriend looking at her with worried. She has blonde long hair, paled skin and pair of red circle each other her cheek. Her name is Charlie Morningstar, the princess of hell and daughter of original Lucifer Morningstar. Charlie, you okay Vaggie? She felt her hand grabbing her own and squeeze it. She squeezed it back to reassure she's fine. Vaggie, I'm fine hon, just remembering something. Charlie, okay, if you say so, always remember. If there's a problem you can talk to me. Vaggie, yeah, it's okay hon. Then they back watching the live stream. Charlie, I'm still shocked that there's someone can kill them. I mean he even more look like a human. Vaggie, yeah Vaggie take look at Izuku and having a thought. Vaggie minds. No, you can't be him, it's impossible. She wanted to believe but her heart is telling something more. As they watched more to live stream and focus more. In the different place of Pride Ring, in front of Shop TV, there a feminine figure has been watching the live stream. Her gaze is menacing but the familiar smiled with sharp teeth can be seen on her face. Interesting, she look at Izuku with a interested on her eyes but also her cheek is blushing. Then in other part of Pride Ring, a big house can seen, like a castle such it's only for the royalty demon family. Inside there's a average height lady can be seen on the throne room, watching the live stream on her own magic red hologram. She has long blonde hair, and have same feature Charlie has, same paled white skin and pair of red circle each of her cheek. This is the original Lucifer Morningstar, the first fallen angel and devil, the queen and king of hell. Lucifer. Interesting that there's someone can finally fought those hypocrite but such shame that man die for foolishness for taking all the angelic weapons. She let out a sigh and blush a bit. Lucifer, such as shame, a fine hunk specimen has to waste. She continues to watch the live stream. And then her eyes widened in disbelief, such as her mouth in agape wide open. Shocking what she witnessing. All the demons who's been watching begin to shocked as well. Well, what they witnessing? We should back at the battlefield. Back to Izuku. All the exorcists looking at Izuku and they thought he's dead but no, he just look at them. His mouth begin to move and let out a voice. Izuku, is this the heaven soldier could best offer? All the exorcists heard what the words exactly what he said. He began to move and kicked the angelic weapons that's been blocking his path, sending it into air and different locations. He began to take a step one by one and pulling the angelic weapons that stabbed or pierced to his body, one by one. Slowly but surely. He even pulled the look like katana that pierced his arm. He just sliced his own arm and throw it. his now arm drop on the ground and suddenly it's begin to burst out a black fire, burning into nothing but ashes. Once Izuku finally pulled all out the angelic weapons on his body. He looked at them with a simple glared, sending all the exorcists in fear. Loot, how he's still alive. They can't see his face but they can tell he's looking at them, while he's walking towards at them. Izuku, so pathetic and weak and finally disappointing, suddenly he dash in incredible speed that not even a exorcists or all the demon has been watching didn't see his inhuman speed. Such as he appears behind on Loot who's just luckily dodge it. Izuku's only hand has can be seen, such as it's raised on the air with form like a claw, filled with golden blood that dripping on the ground. Loot look at her fellow exorcists and see all of their body has been missing, some even already on the ground, shaking such as the golden blood is spurting like hose on their corpse's body before it fall down. Loot grab her sword and look at Izuku who begin to look at her with interested on his eyes. Loot, how are you still alive? Not a single sinner can survive that all angelic weapons, and yet you still standing up and kill my exorcists. She begin to stand up while her hand is shaking. Loot, how are you still alive? In rage she shouted such as Izuku look at her with a bored expression. He slowly take off the top of his yukata, only showing his fully glory tattoo. The tattoos range from tiger-like patterns to an actual tiger tattoos, one on his back and two on his broad shoulders until at his arms. Then he shows something that make Loot shocked. He lift his arm that no arm and in a second it quickly grow back like it's there and nothing happened. He then mock him by his regenerate hand, telling her that she come at him and attack. Loot, you fool. She suddenly lunge at Izuku who looking at uninterested. Takes side step to dodge her piercing attack. Yanking her wings back. Hey, that's her arc. She didn't finish her sentence and let out a pain sound such as she just being hammer fist on her stomach, sending her to the ground. Look at her poor state such as her mask is broken, exposing the half of her face. Izuku being curious, pull out her mask and take look at her poor face such as she's appealing, a smooth paled skin, a white short hair. Even there's some bruises, that's not even ruin her own beauty. Izuku leaned down to take a look more closer to her face. And once he got closer he said some that's make Loot blush and embarrassed. Izuku, you look appealing for some angel. I wouldn't mind banging your mouth though. Loot heard what he said and can't help to blush such as pervert comment coming from his mouth and telling her that he's gonna use that mouth of her by his own meat. Loot, why you pervert savage beast. In fit in rage and embarrassment at the same time. Sho swing her sword trying to cut Izuku who easily dodge it like nothing. Izuku, chill, I'm just joking or maybe not. His face is having a goofy expression such as he's love playing his opponent sometimes. Then he just slap her 2 times sending her at the ground, causing her drop her sword. Izuku noticed the sword, he got an idea and grab it. Izuku here. Go ahead. Cut me down. Giving her sword at her. Loot look at him and telling he's gonna be kidding. But when she saw him, he's not joking, she quickly grab her sword and tighten her grip on the handle. Loot, gladly. She quickly stand up and slash her sword, trying to split him into 2 but when she saw her point blade has been missing. She look up and the blade that been missing has been stuck, where she slash him. Izuku, such as disappointed I see. He grabbed the blade and throw at the side, as he about to turn around since he gonna let her live since he found Loot is kinda intriguing and interesting foe. Adam, Loot, what the F are you doing? And there the leader of Angel finally arrived. Izuku take a look at voice where it came from and there he saw Adam. Such as it's so disappointed in perspective. Izuku, who are you? Adam who finally noticed Izuku, make himself known. Adam, me, I'm AF Adam. The Dick Master. The first PP of all mankind, and these nuts belong to this ball. He pointed his ball with his hands as Izuku looked at him with uninterested to his eyes. Izuku, so the first angel. Not gonna lie, I'm disappointed to see you, Adam. Don't give a F you, man. Anyway, who is this danger tits? Loot who begin to stand up and fly up next to Adam. Loot, sir, that's the sinner I'm talking about. He already slaughter all of our army we have. Adam, what? He look at Loot with wide eyes such as this is shocking news. He begin to inspect to his surrounding and see all the exorcist beaches is already dead. Izuku, They give me some light exercise. Izuku just smiled and stretched his arms. Adam, did I tell you to finish him off? Loot, sir, I did, but he's just keep regenerating. Even our weapons didn't even working at him. His skin is also hard. One of my weapons has been destroyed. Adam, is that so? Then maybe this light energy can be effective then. Without hesitation, Adam suddenly burst out huge divine beams such as everything on its path obliterated. Adam, I'm sure that's Effer is death then. But then his eyes widened as he heard Izuku is still talking. Izuku, and who told you that? Suddenly he appeared and just got out on the massive holy beam like he's not even take damage on it. Izuku punched Adam on the face, so hard that he sent him to ground. It created a crater where he crashed such as Adam is still shock stated. Sir. Izuku, don't interfere if you wanted to live. Izuku glared at her and he can tell she would obey it. Then Izuku dash where Adam crash and can be seen on the crater while he's coughing. Adam, WhatIf. Suddenly he landed that created a shake around and Adam look up and Izuku just looking at him. His masks is already has been damaged and exposing the half of his face. Izuku, the first human of all mankind, getting easily pummeled by this single sinner. Adam heard what said. Begin to irritated as he tried to get up but Izuku quickly kneel him on the face. Then followed up by elbow. And for finishing he lift his arm on the air. And next thing, Izuku slammed his fist straight to his face, creating a powerful shockwave and wind pressure around that sound like a massive explosion. Izuku take a look at Adam and see his face can't be seen such as his face is being buried on the ground. Izuku smiled before he grabbed his throat lift him up. Izuku, who told you we are done? Adam's face has been massively damaged such as his nose is broken, there's some teeth has been missing and a massive black eye. Adam, who the hell are you? Izuku look up such as he's thinking this is the good idea that the heaven should also know his name when he finally arrive at the hell. Izuku, oh, you can call me Shingen. The demon Oni. Then he grab his head, turn it around as he facing the ground which Izuku slammed him and begin to drag him that it created destruction vertical straight line. Before he throw him at air that he begin to twist it. Adam who can't control his body because of the huge damage on his body such as pain is so unrecognizable. Izuku suddenly appear in front of him while they're in the mid-air, lifting his arms while his fist clenching it so tight. And next happened is Izuku gave Adam a both hammer fist. Completely crashing Adam body while he being sent to the ground again. Then Izuku stomp his head who trying to attempt to take it off. Izuku, you being cocky as you called yourself the Dickmaster, then how are you feel when I took them away for you? Izuku take it out his feet from Adam's face. Then grab Adam's PP area who begin to eyes widened as he look at Izuku. Izuku, you should goodbye for being male Adam. Adam, no. Not my pages. Not my DACKKKKKK. Izuku suddenly grip it such that he tightens so hard and then tear it away like it's nothing. Then he throw inside while he wiping his hands. I/N, I don't know why I even thought about this brutality gay idea but meh. Adam, my pages. My PPS gone. Fuck. Meanwhile Lute who's been watching whole the time, her face is blushing such as it's blushing that even at Adam worst state, she's been blushing whole time. She saw Izuku how merciful and ruthless he is such as she can't help but bite her lips. But then she heard Adam screaming in pain, waking her up into the reality and look at Izuku. She grip her half weapon while she's still nervous. Lute, why you? She still shouted as Izuku look at her and begin to walk away from Adam. Izuku, he started it. He just begin to shoot some massive ray so I pay back and now he got no fee deserves it. As Lute is about to attempt to attack Izuku but then a loud bell on the tower, telling the extermination is done. Dong dong dong. Izuku, would you look at that, looks like it's done. He looked at the clock tower and saw that it reset that extermination date. He looked at the two survivor exorcists and crack his fingers. Lute saw this, begin to nervous and grip her weapon. Izuku, but I'm gonna let you live. He put back his yukata so that it covered his tattoos such as he begin to walk away while waving his hand off on the air. Lute, I'm going to get you next time. You hear me? Izuku who just still waving his hand away before he put them at his pocket and stop. He looked back and see Lute who's now on the air. while she helping Adam who's gritting on the pain. Izuku and Lutz gazed meet, but he just smiled and continued to walk away like he don't care. As for Lutz, she prepared to get Adam away from here. Lutz, I'm gonna get that beast next time. That big, muscular CC no FYI. Talking like that. Adam, hey, less screaming. I needed a medical attention, you beach. Arg, my PP is gone. If I hope they can attach it back. As for Izuku, he began to walk back to city to might find something more interesting after the fight. Such as he didn't know that the whole fight has been recorded, and all the citizens of Hell has been watched how he easily slaughtered those angels and even tear the first mankind PP like nothing. His popular begins spread in wildlife, such as a lot of not only overlords but also royalties and leaders of each rings on Hell. Now he's finally make his name known. For sure not only Hell will know his name but heaven as well. His task is to save those sinner for the make the redemption if they wanted, but for now Izuku needed something first, and that is. Izuku, man, I need a beer. RD person POV. The scene opens with a voiceover of the Princess of Hell singing, I'm always chasing rainbows. Charlie, at the end of the rainbow, there's happiness. A human is shown falling down from the sky as a rainbow bursts upwards through the clouds. Charlie, and to find it, how often I've tried. Charlie is seen being pointed away by her father and another being. Charlie, but my life is a race. Just a wild goose chase. Camera pans over to where they were pointing at, which shows Hell being circled by angels. Charlie, and my dreams have all been denied. / why have I always been a failure? A shadow of Lucifer looms over a saddened Charlie as demonic arms and tentacles cover the screen. Charlie, what can the reason be? / I wonder if the world's to blame. The earth rotates as many eyes begin to surround it. Charlie, I wonder if it could be me. The exorcists are seen smiling deviously as they look down upon the souls they have gotten rid of. The scene turns to black as the camera focuses on the middle exorcist's face and halo. Charlie, I'm always chasing rainbows. / watching clouds drifting by. The scene fades in on graffiti and signs that says, F you, heaven, punishment, and your days are numbered, can be seen throughout Hell. Charlie, my schemes are just like all my dreams. / ending in the sky. Charlie heads towards the hotel's balcony as she releases fireworks that signals the rest of Hell that the extermination has ended. Charlie, some fellows look and find the sunshine. A handful of demons are seen checking the area to see if the coast is all clear. Charlie, I always look and find the rain. Carmilla Carmine opens the blinds to her room, revealing the display of fireworks. The camera then proceeds to show Zestial and Zizi, as well as Lucifer herself hiding in the shadows, present in the same room as her. Charlie, some fellows make a winning sometime. At Pawn Studios, Velvet takes a selfie with Vox, whereas Valentino is not amused when he sees that he got a text from his employee. Charlie, I never even make a gain. / believe me. Odette and another demon pull out an angelic spear from a corpse and leave as the cannibals waiting nearby pounce on her dead body. Rosie then crosses out Franklin's name from the sign above their business. Charlie, I'm always chasing rainbows. A demon can be seen picking up a piece of a corpse and putting it in his meat cart as other demons begin to freely walk about in the open. She's in tears. Charlie, waiting to find a little bluebird in vain. Charlie looks back at the clock tower as it resets the timer for the next yearly cleanse. A sinner has fallen into Hell and has been transformed into a demon. He falls face first onto the road and is surprised to see that he is still alive. Four-armed demon, The four-armed demon landed on the ground before he let out a groan. Four-armed demon, He began to check himself. Four-armed demon, I'm alive. I'm alive. He didn't finish his sentence because he gets run over by a taxi driven by Travis, which Angel Dust walks out of. Travis snickers. Travis, thanks for the fun time, hot stuff. Angel Dust, the spider demon and famous pawn star at Hell. Angel has a slender build and is few tallest, estimated to stand around 8 feet with her heels on. Her fur is white and she has a mop of fluffy white hair that extends from both the front and back of her head, with splotches of light pink. She also has a light pink heart on the back of her head, and a light pink outline of a heart encircling her chest that the bottom point of extends down to her PP area. Her arms have light pink stripes that additionally her top set have light pink forearms with white fingers and her second set have white forearms and light pink fingers. Her irises are cerise pink while her right eye has a light yellow sclera and left eye has a dark sclera. Her eyelids are light pink and the color extends up to her eyebrows. She has 3 cerise pink dots under each of her eyes, which are intended to evoke freckles, although they are actually another set of smaller eyes. She also has a wide mouth full of sharp, pointed teeth and possesses a single golden fang, a feature she shares with her bosses, Valentino and his sister Valentine. One of Angel's most noticeable features is her prominent chest. The chest is actually composed entirely of fluffy fur, however, which Angel intentionally pushes up into a BRST-like formation with her tightly pinned jacket. Angel's attire consists of a long light pink suit blazer with horizontal white stripes down the length, a gray miniskirt, and long gray thigh-high heeled boots. Her top set of arms she wears long cerise pink gloves with white detailing at the cuffs, while her bottom set of arms she wears long white gloves. She also accessorizes with a gray bow tie with a cerise pink center and a black choker. As Angel pushes her hand through her hair, Angel Dust, yeah, listen. She fixes her hair more. Angel Dust, keep this discreet, you hear me? I can't let it get out I'm offering my services to randos on the street. It was a quick cash grab. She makes a gesture with her fingers and snaps her fingers at Travis, smiling. Angel Dust, you got it. Travis. Whatever you say, slut. Hee. Angel Dust pretends to be offended. Angel Dust, ouch. She turns back to face him. Angel Dust, such an insult. Let me know when you've come up with something creative to call me. She looms over Travis and points at him with all her index fingers. Angel Dust, you sack of poorly packaged horses, tell the missus I said, hi. She kisses him. Angel Dust, schnuckums. Travis felt defeatedly after Angel Dust kissed him, such as he can't win the argument. Travis, pack poo. As Travis angrily drives off, Angel looks behind her to see a vending machine for her namesake drags. She goes for the Angel Dust and just as she gets a hold of it, a random demon runs by and steals het drags. Feathered demon, like. Angel who look annoyed look at the demon who steals her drag. Angel Dust. Hey, feathered demon. Up yours, drag show. Suddenly a boulder proceeds to fall out of the sky, crushing the feathered demon alongside Angel's drags. Making Angel gasps. Angel Dust, oh my god. She leans in to pick up what's left of her pack of drags with a devastated look on her face. Angel Dust, my drags. She clenches the cloth angrily and looks up. Angel Dust. Minute. A warship can be seen passing by, destroying its surroundings. The camera zooms in on the warship, revealing MDM Pentious. The demon had a snake-like appearance with a body color predominantly in charcoal gray. Her eyes had cerise sclera with black pupils, and a mouth with sharp yellow teeth, 2 of which were long snake-like fangs. Her tail was black with thick yellow stripes featuring numerous cerise eyes running down the length of it. She had a black cobra hood with its front colored yellow with black corners and 4 cerise eye patterns spread across the center. MDM Pentious wore a jacket in a matching charcoal gray to her skin, pinstriped with yellow, and a black bow tie with a single cerise eye in the center. Beneath the jacket was a long-sleeved yellow undershirt. She also wore black fingerless gloves with yellow dots on each knuckle and had sharp cerise claws. She accessorized with a large top hat in charcoal gray, which had a sizable cerise eye in the center of it, as well as many sharp yellow teeth and a pair of goggles. The top hat blinked and changed expressions in unison with MDM Pentious. And the egg bow eyes inside. As she operating the controls to her ship. MDM Pentious. Ahahaha. Those other cowardly citizeners dare not hinder my territorial takeover. A wise decision. The power of my machines are unmatched. She proceeds to push 2 levers as her hood flares open. MDM Pentious. No other demon can compare to the likeness of Egg Boy number 23, T. That was pretty swell, boss. Egg Boy number 666. Yeah. Other Egg Boy, you really showed them what for. I liked when you The other egg boy may his hand mimics the action of a shooting ray gun. Other egg boy, shot them with your ray gun. He gets slapped away by MDM Pentious for blocking her view, but back to egg boy number 23 telling his KNK to other egg boy. Egg boy number 23, I wish she'd shoot me with her ray gun. The other egg boy pats him. MDM Pentious hood flares open. MDM Pentious, at this rate, I will seize control of the entire west side of the pentagram by day's end. She pushes a few buttons. MDM Pentious, and nothing. She pulls levers towards her. MDM Pentious, not a single beast in this inferno of suffering will be able to take back this empire from. She squeezes an egg boy with her tail. MDM Pentious, my constrictive grasp. An egg boy suddenly pops on screen and pops open a bottle of whiskey onto MDM Pent's face. MDM Pent proceeds to swat said egg boy aside before throwing the squeezed egg boy aside as well. Random egg boy, oh boy. MDM Pentious, hell will be mine. And everybody will know the name of MDM Pentious is interrupted by a scream coming from off-screen. MDM Pent and two egg boys become surprised. Edgelord. She look offended and still can't accept that she being called by that alias not her infamously name, and why she being called for that. MDM Pentious, pardon. She looks around angrily and eyes the two egg boys behind her. MDM Pentious, who said that? What did you just say to me, you fried chicken FTS? She hisses, scarring her egg boys. MDM Pentious, speak up. The two egg boys look petrified and begin to shiver in fear. The two egg boys, that wasn't us, ma'am boss lady. Suddenly a small bomb with a print of a skull on it breaks through MDM Pent's ship. It then lands right between MDM Pent and the two egg boys. The bomb proceeds to blow up, leaving red smoke behind. MDM Pentious begin to coughs and hacks. As the smoke clears up, the owner of the scream is revealed to be Cherry Bomb. Cherry is a slim and white-skinned cyclopes-like demon with an hourglass figure, and a singular eye which has an X-shaped light yellow pupil and a sun-kissed coral-colored sclera. She sports freckle-like spots on her skin and long, strawberry blonde pink hair with platinum blonde accents, kept in a high half ponytail by a black ponytail holder. Her mouth features black lips and sharp pale yellow teeth inside, and she has several coral designs of bombs, explosions, and swirled lines tattooed on her right arm. Cherry wears a one-shouldered black BR under a similarly designed, pinkish-red torn CRP top with four pale yellow spots around the black X located on the left, and a set of severely ripped black leggings under a torn miniskirt that sported the same color and style as her top. She also wears shoes that are both colored in a pinkish red but differing in type. On her right is a pointed slipper, while on her left is a heeled cowboy-like boot with a multi-pointed off-white star on it. She also has two different sets of fingerless coral-colored gloves, a regular-length glove on her right hand and an elbow-length, black-trimmed glove on her left hand. As she prepares another bomb in hand. Cherry Bomb, you lookin' for a fight, old hag? She begins to juggle around her Cherry Bomb. Cherry Bomb, why don't you get that Tinker Toy bullshit off my turf before I... She proceeds to throw and catch the bomb. Cherry Bomb, smash it. A large pipe falls on top of an already dead egg boy, crushing him as MDM Pent and Cherry momentarily look at the carnage. Cherry Bomb just grins sadistically and look the MDM Pent Cherry Bomb. More. MDM Pentious. Oh. She hood flares open, accepting the challenge of the bomber Cyclops CC Gal. MDM Pentious, you wanna go, missy? Well, I'm happy to oblige. But MDM Pentious is then backed up by her henchmen of egg boys. In different place and view. The logo for 666 News is shown on a black background, which is followed by the day's newscast. Katie Killjoy, good afternoon, I'm Katie Killjoy. Tom Trench, and I'm Tom Trench. Chaos out at Pentagram City today as a turf war is raging on the west side. An image of MDM Pentious trying to be hip, followed by a drawing of Cherry flipping the bird is shown. Tom Trench, between notable kingpin lady, MDM Pentious, and self-proclaimed spunky powerhouse, Cherry Bomb. Katie Killjoy, that's right Tom. After the recent extermination, many areas are now up for grabs. Demons all over hell are already duking it out to gain new territory. A live clip of Cherry and MDM Penches's clash is shown. Tom Trench, those two seem to be really going at it. Katie Killjoy, looks like they're fighting tooth and nail. She fishes out a tooth and a nail respectively from her mug of coffee. Katie Killjoy, for that hot spot. She then proceeds to swallow said tooth and nail. Her partner Tom Trench looking over at the live broadcast focusing on Cherry. Tom Trench, and I'd sure like to nail her hot spot. He wiggles eyebrows, trying to shoot his shot if he has a chance. Tom Trench, tuh. Katie Killjoy, ha, you are a limp pee-pee jackass, Tom. Or should I say, she pours scalding hot coffee onto his pages. Katie Killjoy, no pages. Tom Trench, curls over in pain such as it's worst pain he ever have again. Tom Trench, not again. A/N, you're not the only pal. I also accidentally pour a hot water on my pee-pee such as I cry so loud that my neighbors hear my shrieking agony scream. Don't worry. I'm fine and the doctor said I'm good. Luckily for my babies. Screen shows a picture of Charlie as Tom can still be heard whimpering in pain in the background. Katie Killjoy. Coming up next, we have an exclusive interview with the daughter of Hell's own head honcho who's here to discuss her brand new passion project. All that and more after the break. She crushes her mug in her hand and turns to Trench who's still in pain. Katie Killjoy, SEK it up you little by dash. The newscast cuts off and goes on a commercial break. The camera pans out from a nearby screen, focusing on Charlie and her girlfriend as she fixes Charlie's bow. Vaggie exhales okay. You remember what to say. Charlie inhales yes. Let's do this. Vaggie change her voice in a serious tone. Just look at me and I'll mouth it to you. Charlie, come on Vaggie. She bends backward. Charlie, I know what to say. I just feel like we need toy don't know. She grabs and throws a donut away. Charlie, make things sound more exciting. She then gasps, showing she have another idea. Charlie, what if I cite, but Vaggie cutting Charlie off. Vaggie, sing a song about it. Charlie, you knew I was gonna say that. She boops Vaggie on the nose. Vaggie, because I know you she fixes her bow again. Vaggie, but, please don't sing. She shakes Charlie. Vaggie, this is serious, Charlie. Charlie, well, you know, I'm better at expressing myself and my goals through song. Charlie stands on the table where Razzle and Dazzle are happily munching on donuts, watching her. Vaggie, but life isn't a musical hon. A/N, are you sure about that? She places her hands on her hips. Charlie, fine. But I have these other ideas of what to say. She starts bouncing a bit as she shows Vaggie a piece of paper. Charlie, the highlighted bits are the best part. Vaggie, it's all highlighted. She squints her eye and look at the paper. Vaggie, is this a drawing? Charlie, yes. That's the happy ending see. She begins to dream. Charlie, everyone's smiling and happy in heaven. Vaggie can't help but to pinches the bridge of her nose. Vaggie, I don't think it's that simple. Just please follow the talking points we went over. And she grabs Charlie to face her. Vaggie, do not sing. Charlie, okay, Fian. She changed her voice in a faux British accent. Charlie, I'll just have to resort to my impeccable improv skills. She salutes Vaggie who look at her deadpan before she smiled a bit, as Charlie walks over to Katie Killjoy. Charlie who look nervous, still greet the news spidercaster. Charlie Ty. I'm Charlie. She tries to go for a handshake. Katie Killjoy, Katie Killjoy. She blows out the smoke of her cigarette and looking uninterested. Katie Killjoy, I'd say it's a pleasure to meet you, but that would be a lie. She throws away her cigarette. Katie Killjoy, and you can put that away. She gestures to Charlie's hand. Katie Killjoy, I don't touch the gays. I have standards. Charlie, how's that working out for ya? She turns to look at the Hell's #1 news neon sign behind her. Katie Killjoy, look, my time is money. So, I'll keep this short. She proceeds to poke Charlie's chest and nose. Katie Killjoy, you're not here because we wanted you here. You're here because Jeffrey couldn't make it for his cannibal cooking segment. A billboard of Jeffrey's cannibalism cooking show titled, It's Dom Good, can be seen in the background. Katie Killjoy, you might be some royal big shot. She fluffs her hair. 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐽. But that doesn't mean SHT to me. I'm too rich and too influential to give a flying F about what some tux-wearing demon. She does air quotes with her fingers and showing she doesn't give if 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐽. Princess wants to advertise. Tom can be seen shaking his head in disapproval as Katie boasts about her wealth and influence to Charlie. Charlie, but Katie continues to poke her chest. 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐽. So, don't get cute with me, honey, or I will F-bury you. New staff, and we're live. 𝐻𝐿𝐽 twisted her head into left before she rushes back to her desk, holding papers while cracking her neck. 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐽, welcome back. So, Charlotte. Charlie, it's Charlie. She smiles nervously as a spotlight flashes her way. 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐽, whatever. Tell us about this new passion project you've been insistently pestering our news station about. She tries to hold in her outburst by clenching her pen. Charlie looked nervously. She looks around as Vaggie motions her to go on. Charlie, well, she clears throat and exhales. Charlie, as most of you know, I was born here in hell and growing up, I always tried to see the good in everyone around me. 𝐻𝐿𝐽 spots a slug and stabs it with her pen. The slug's BLD bursts all over. Charlie, hell is my home, and she gets slug BLD splattered across her cheek, which she then wipes off. Charlie, you are my people. We just went through another extermination. Vaggie is seen giving Charlie 2 thumbs up as 𝐻𝐿𝐽 quickly starts to lose interest. Charlie, we lost so many souls, and it breaks my heart to see my people being slaughtered every year. No one is even given. She slams fist on table, waking 𝐻𝐿𝐽 up. Charlie, a chance. She walks up from 𝐻𝐿𝐽's desk. Charlie, I can't stand idly by while the place I live is subjected to such violence. So, I've been thinking, isn't there a more humane way to hinder overpopulation here in hell? She begins to walk around the audience. Charlie, perhaps we can create an alternative way to change souls through redemption. She didn't know a imp crew behind her, looking at her, but while he's smiling. Charlie throws her arm around one of the newscast staff members. Charlie, well, I think yes. So, that's what this project aims to achieve. She returns to 𝐻𝐿𝐽's desk. Charlie, ladies and gentlemen, I'm opening the first of its kind. A hotel that rehabilitates sinners. Her broadcast is being shown at the Radio Shack, which many other demons are also watching by the streets and everywhere else in hell. In different bar, Izuku can be seen, sitting alone on the counter while his right arm on his chin while his other circle his fingers on the bottle hole, while looking at the TV. Seeing Charlie and got interested what she telling the rehabilitates for the sinners. Izuku minds, so, this is my task where I begin. Back to Charlie in TV, who starts to lose her confidence. Charlie, you know. 'Cause hotels are for people passin' through temporarily lizard demon. I asked this girl for real. She thinks. He tries to hold in his laughter. Lizard demon, you hear what she thinks. She's nuts. She walks out of the kaiju club with his friends, ZZ and another demon. Charlie, I think it'll serve a purpose, a place to work toward redemption, yay. The scene cuts back to the demons watching her broadcast from the Radio Shack. A mysterious feminine figure walks up to see her broadcast alongside a bunch of other demons watching, including 𝐒𝐻𝐿𝐽. Cameraman demon at her Snickers idea and tells something offensive words. Cameraman demon, stupid beach. Vaggie who heard him and next to him, she punches the cameraman square in the face. Back to Charlie as she looks around and begin to saddened. Charlie, look, every single one of you has something good, deep down inside. I know you do. Maybe I'm not getting through to you. Razzle and Dazzle are then alerted that Charlie's about to sing and that she may need their backup vocals. Vaggie heard Charlie and she know it as well. She can't help but to facepalms. Vaggie, oh, no. Charlie snaps her fingers as the room turns dark and a spotlight is shown over a piano that Charlie, Razzle and Dazzle start performing on. Meanwhile, back at the Radio Shack, the mysterious feminine figure and her shadow can be seen tilting their heads curiously as their smiles widen. Charlie, I have a dream I'm here to tell. About a wonderful, fantastic new hotel. Yes, it's one of a kind. Right here in hell, catering to a specific clientele. Ooh, inside of every demon is a rainbow, inside every sinner is a shiny smile, inside of every creepy hatchet-wielding maniac is a jolly, happy, cupcake-loving child. We can turn them round. They'll be heaven-bound. With just a little time, down at the Happy Hotel. So, all you junkies, freaks and weirdos, creepers, F-ups, crooks and zeros and downfallen superheroes, help is here. All of you cretins, SLTS, and losers, SXL deviants, and boozers and prescription drag abusers, need not fear. Forever again, will cure your sin, will make you well, you'll feel so swell. Right here in hell at the Happy Hotel. There'll be no more fire and no more screams. Just puppy dog kisses and cotton candy dreams and puffy wuffy clouds. You're gonna be like, wow. Once you check in with me. So, all your cartoon pawn addictions, vegan rants, psychic predictions, ancient Roman crucifixions, and right here. All you monsters, thieves and crazies, cannibals and crying babies, frothing mouths that's full of rabies filled with cheer. You'll be complete. It'll be so neat. Our service can't be beat. You'll be on easy street, kiss. Life will be sweet at the Happy Hotel. Charlie ends the song, rather exhausted as everyone in the news station looks at her with disgust and disbelief. Meanwhile at the bar where Izuku, he look at Charlie and remember something. She and Eri are quite similar, such he can't help but smiled and chuckled. Izuku minds, now, I'm interested, not gonna lie, musical is fun sometimes. Back to studio. Top Hat Demon, wow. That was 𝐒𝐮𝐦𝐸𝐷. Everyone in the audience, including Killjoy and Trench, begin to laugh at Charlie. Charlie looks crushed and devastated and slumps back down to her seat. There was a boo section in the news and the demons look uninterested. Blue Flame Demon. Boo. Katie Killjoy, what in the 9 circles makes you think a single denizen of hell would give 2 SHTS about becoming a better person? You have no proof that this little experiment even works. You want people to be good. Just because. She continues to laugh and look at Charlie. Katie Killjoy, beside, what's the point of this thing redemption when there's a single demon or almost look like a human already slaughter the army of angels? There's no need to fear anymore. Once she mentioned that, she shown the audience about Izuku who's singledly handle all the exorcists by himself. Tearing them apart pieces by piece by using his only raw strength and speed. It's showing the video that he's not having a single sweat. Meanwhile Vaggie have a same frown reaction again when she saw old and matured Izuku with tattoos around on his body while he's topless. Vaggie minds, that black eyes again. I only know person who has that, are you my Izuku? Charlie minds, oh, that man again. I know I shouldn't ask Vaggie about this, but that man and the picture on her locket is have quite similar to that boy. They are having their thoughts but their faces is blushing so much that it's obvious otherwise as it because of Izuku showing his muscular body such as the female around the studio begin to blush as well. But back Charlie about her project and remember that she have a patron and wanted to prove her to Katie. Charlie, well, we have a patron already, who believes in our cause and she's shown incredible progress. Katie showing her feigns shock, trying to play along. Katie Killjoy, and who might that be? Charlie noticed her expression. She tries to look smug and confident, trying to prove something. Charlie, oh, just someone named Angel Dust. Tom Trench, the Pawn Star. Killjoy heard him and turns to him menacingly. Katie Killjoy, you F would Tom? She turns back to Charlie. Katie Killjoy, in any case, that's not even an accomplishment. I'm sure you could get that HKR to do anything with enough booger sugar and lube. She motions doing a HNDJB. Charlie, oh, I beg to differ. She begins to count on her fingers. Charlie, she's been behaved, clean, and out of trouble for 2 weeks now. News staff, breaking news. Killjoy shoves Charlie off her desk. Katie Killjoy, we are receiving word that a new player has entered the ongoing turf war. Let's go to the live feed. The live feed shows Angel Dust stepping on an egg boy and throwing a grenade over at MDM Pentious with visible laughter in the background as Charlie stares at the screen in defeat. Charlie, OSHT Angel Dust can be heard in the background. Angel Dust, I'm a bad person. Katie Killjoy, oh, indeed. It looks like the one who just joined the battle is none other than, she make a feigns a gasp. Katie Killjoy, Pawn actor, Angel Dust. She turns to Charlie as she shakes her fist. 𝐻𝐿𝐽𝐽, what a juicy coincidence. You must feel really stupid right now. 𝐻𝐿𝐽𝐽 and Trench proceed to laugh at Charlie. Before both of them does a jazz hands. 𝐻𝐿𝐽𝐽 and Trench, ratings. Charlie stares at the live feed in distress and attempts to block it from the audience's view. Charlie, don't look at this. 𝐻𝐿𝐽𝐽, well, it sure looks like your little project is dead on arrival. She looms over Charlie. 𝐻𝐿𝐽𝐽, tell us, how does it feel to be a total failure? Everyone in rooms start bursting into laughter. Charlie tries to think of a comeback. Charlie, yeah, well, she looks around and see the ball pen on 𝐻𝐿𝐽𝐽. Charlie, how does it feel that I got your pen? She grabs 𝐻𝐿𝐽𝐽's ball pen and called her the B word. Charlie Beach. Everybody instantly stops laughing while 𝐻𝐿𝐽𝐽 and Tom Trench give her the death stare. Charlie realized what she have done and begin to nervous. Charlie, she puts pen back down. Charlie, oops. Tom Trench runs off set. 𝐻𝐿𝐽𝐽's demonic form reveals itself as she looms over Charlie from the shadows. Purplish red smoke transitions into Angel Dust and Cherry Bomb fighting 𝐒𝐿𝐽𝐽. Cherry Bomb. Hey, thanks for the backup, Angie. Angel Dust, ha. Cherry Bomb fires a rocket launcher. Angel Dust, you kiddin'? This is the best action I've seen in ages. She puts hands behind her head. Cherry launching another Cherry Bomb and asks her friend. Cherry Bomb, where've you been anyway? I thought you up and died or some sh. Angel Dust lighting a bomb and handing it to her and answer her question. Angel Dust, oh I wish. I've been staying at this crappy hotel on the other side of town. Some broads are letting me stay rent-free if I play nice. They both cover their heads as the explosion sets off behind them, then grin at each other as they jump into the field. Angel Dust continues to shoot down 𝐒𝐿𝐽𝐽 with what seems to be a drum mag M1928 Thompson. Angel Dust, you know, no fights, no pranks, no problematic language. Her words, not mine. She steps on a broken tile, launching an 𝐒𝐿𝐽𝐽 airborne and shoots him from behind as she sighs again. Angel Dust, these crazy beaches are no fun. I've been clean for 2 weeks. Cherry heard what she said and looked in disbelief, smiling. Cherry Bomb. 𝐻𝐿𝐽𝐽. Angel Dust looks at the leftover smudge on her finger. Angel Dust, well, sorta clean. She then destroys an incoming 𝐒𝐿𝐽𝐽. Angel Dust, just clean as you can get from a shitload of Bolivian marching powder. Suddenly she gets chained and thrown aside by 𝐿𝐴𝐴 Pensius. Angel Dust. Harder, mommy. She raises left eyebrow. 𝐿𝐴𝐴 Pensius taking it seriously as she gasps and found out she has a children. 𝐿𝐴𝐴 Pensius, daughter. Angel lowers eyebrow as Cherry kicks 𝐿𝐴𝐴 Pensius to the side and her hood flares open. 𝐿𝐴𝐴 Pensius, gore. You have no class. In war, the side remembered is the side with the most style. She adjusts her tie. Cherry Bomb, or the side that ain't dead. She decapitates an 𝐒𝐿𝐽𝐽, while Angel stands up and removes the chains, restricting her. Angel Dust, speakin' a style, is your hat like alive or something? 𝐿𝐴𝐴 Pensius, oh, well, that's none of your goddamn beef. Now is it? Angel Dust, would that make your hat the top and you the bottom? A sign that says loser can be seen in the background pointing at 𝐿𝐴𝐴 Pensius as an 𝐒𝐿𝐽𝐽 acknowledges the roast. 𝐒𝐿𝐽𝐽 cups his hands. 𝐒𝐿𝐽𝐽, He gets pebble thrown at him by 𝐿𝐴𝐴 Pensius who showing she's enraged. 𝐿𝐴𝐴 Pensius, I'm going to blow you to bits. Angel eyes her up and down and make a joke of it. Angel Dust, HMKY. 𝐿𝐴𝐴 Pensius, oh not like that. Her hood flares open as a sign that says PP can be seen pointing at her in the background. 𝐿𝐴𝐴 Pensius, pervert. She knocks over an 𝐒𝐿𝐽𝐽. Angel notices an 𝐒𝐿𝐽oy with a tentacle launcher which causes her to push Cherry to the side out of fear. Angel gets tangled up in all the tentacles. 𝐿𝐴𝐴 Pensius, not so cocky now, are we? Angel look unamused. Angel Dust, you know, you really gotta watch what comes out of your mouth. I've been making these SEC jokes the whole. Her limbs gets pulled on as 𝐿𝐴𝐴 Pensius reveals a drill which she jumpstarts. Angel Dust, time. She reveals her third pair of arms carrying a gun. Angel Dust, and it's obvious ya ain't catching on. I mean, it's just, she pulls out M1928 Angel Dust. Sad. She shoots it at MDM Pentious. Cherry Bomb. So, think you're gonna get in a lot of trouble for this. Angel Dust. She retracts her third set of arms and thinking she doesn't care because of her Persona Pawn */War and Messbringer. Angel Dust. What's one little brawl gonna cause? Charlie and 𝐒𝐿𝐽 can be seen trying to duking it out on each other like it's some sort of WWE match while a fire alarm goes off in the background with Trench entering the scene, covered in flames. Tom Trench. Why won't anyone help me? Cherry Bomb. Glad you haven't changed. She slugs head on the arm. Cherry Bomb. You know you're my favorite gal to party with. Angel Dust. You know it, Sugar Tips. Cherry takes out one last bomb. Cherry Bomb. You ready to finish this? Angel takes out Thompson gun for her question. Angel Dust. Born ready, baby. Angel and Cherry pounce onto MDM Pentious and her army as they prepare to clash. Charlie and 𝐒𝐿𝐽 are still at each other's throats screaming. Trench is still on fire, screaming in agony. The camera shows all the characters present, screaming as the scene turns silent. Later, the royal family limousine can be seen driving back to the hotel. Charlie can be seen hugging her knees and looking out the window when her jacket is ruined after Katie 𝐒𝐿𝐽 attacked her, while Vaggie sits next to her, glaring furiously at Angel Dust. Charlie sighs as Vaggie's eye twitches at Angel Dust, who can be seen amusing herself by playing with the car window roller repeatedly. Vaggie scrunches up her face and Angel notices the Latina former Angel. Angel Dust. What? Vaggie, what? What? What were you doing? She rips off bits of her hair and Angel let out a sigh. Angel Dust. I owed my girl buddy a solid. Isn't that a redeeming quality? She does air quotes. Angel Dust. Helping friends with stuff. She rolls eyes at the end. Vaggie. Not with turf wars that result in territorial genocide. Angel Dust. You win some, you lose a few hundred. She take a bit inhales. Angel Dust. It wasn't that bad, anyway. She proceeds to play with the button of the car window roller. Vaggie throws an unfolded pocket knife at the window roller. Angel Dust. Come on. That's it. She brushes back hair. Angel Dust. My credibility was on the line. I mean, what kind of reputation would I have if people found out I was trying to go clean? It just throws out my entire persona. She suggestively pushes up her chest fluff. Vaggie, your credibility. What about the hotels? She gestures at a defeated Charlie. Vaggie, your little stunt made us look like AF joke. She combusts in rage with her hair and Angel just scoffs it, like she doesn't care. Angel Dust. No, babe. Jokes are funny. I made you look sad. The camera pans to Charlie as she has make worse expression as Angel continue to tell more. Angel Dust, and pathetic. Like an orphan with no arms or legs with progeria. The camera focuses back on Angel. Angel Dust, great. Now I'm bummed thinking about it. She starts looking around the limousine. Angel Dust, this thing have any liquor? Vaggie, can you please just try to take this seriously? Angel flicks off a dust bunny. Angel Dust, fine, I'll try. Just don't get your taco in a twist, baby. She snaps finger at her while smiling. Vaggie, was that you trying to be sexist or racist? Angel groan and continue to look at liquor at the limousine. Angel Dust, whatever pisses you off more? Is there seriously no liquor in here? Vaggie returns to sit next to Charlie defeated as she crosses her arms. Vaggie, I'm gonna kill, Angel Dust, too late toots. Would that make me double dead? And where exactly do I go? To double hell. Haha. Sorry, you're stuck with me, beach, get used to it. She folds arms confidently and it's make Vaggie angrily more as she grits her teeth. Vaggie, con una mierda, malparido hijo de dash. Translation, for F's sake, you be the son of dash. Angel Dust, listen, who cares if some jackoffs got hurt? Most of them are ugly freaks. Look around. She looks out the limousine window, smirking. Angel Dust, you got a bunch AF in Harlequin babies down here. She laughing but it didn't last long. Vaggie, you're one to talk. She smiles smugly. Angel Dust, hey. Feeling offended, she begin motions to her body. Angel dust. This body is flawless. Everyone wants 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐬𝐵. She pushes up chest fluff and takes out a letter. Angel dust. And I've got the creepy fan letters to prove it. Takes letter from in between her chest fluff and reveals it to 𝐻𝐵𝐵 that features a small picture of a dirty naked old man, who ironically has a no angel dust too, smothering his mouth on an angel dust body pillow and a message at the bottom saying, "Show me your feet." Briarin, #1 fan/critic. 𝐻𝐵𝐵, Charlie, that was really uncool, you know, Angel. 𝐻𝐵𝐵, uncool. After that train wreck, there is no way anyone is gonna want to stay at the hotel. She looks toward Angel dust. 𝐻𝐵𝐵, all thanks to, she points at Angel. 𝐻𝐵𝐵, you and your selfish bullshit. Angel dust, does that mean I don't have a free room anymore? 𝐻𝐵𝐵 motions, what do you think? Which make Angel snaps her fingers. Angel dust, oh, shucks. Charlie, hey, come on. She takes off ruined jacket. Charlie, we don't know if things are over yet. Try to relax, 𝐻𝐵𝐵. She puts a hand on 𝐻𝐵𝐵's left shoulder. Charlie, I'll be okay. 𝐻𝐵𝐵 smiles at Charlie softly. The limousine arrives at the hotel as the hotel door opens, revealing a very old and dirty establishment. 𝐻𝐵𝐵 who throws herself on the couch, facing the wall and let out a groan. 𝐻𝐵𝐵. Angel dust just rummages through the fridge leaning by the wall and grabbing a box of Popsies. Angel dust, it's probably a good idea to get some actual food in this place. You know, to feed all the wayward souls you got in here. She closes the fridge door as she tries to comfort Charlie but decides to back off. Charlie exits the hotel and tries to contact one of her mothers, as she sighs. Charlie, hey mama. I know I keep calling and you must be busy, really busy, but, the interview didn't go well. She shrinks to her knees. Charlie, and I don't know if I'm ever going to make a difference. She starts tearing up as she wipes it off her face. Charlie, I don't know what I'm doing. I could really use some advice, Mama. I think Mom was right about me, oof. Anyway, she wipes her face once more. Charlie, I'll stop talking before this gets long. She stands up. Charlie, love you. Charlie walks back in and leans by the door in defeat as a sudden knock can be heard from the other side of the door, surprising Charlie. Charlie contemplates on whether or not to open the door but decides to open it anyway. The mysterious figure watching her performance from before can be seen standing before her, and Charlie, knowing who she is, reacts with extreme shock. Charlie saw is the one and only radio demon is in front of her. Noticing her full appearance. 𝐻𝐵𝐵 is a slim, CC and hot, and dapper sinner demon with beige-colored skin, and usually has a broad smile full of sharp, yellow teeth. She is at around the same height as her rival, Vox, with the two standing at approximately 7 feet. She sports a pinkish-red cropped, angled bob cut with light purple tips at the ends and 2 large, light purple-tipped tufts of hair extending from the top of her head, evoking the ears of a deer. The style has an undercut at the back, and 2 small black antlers protruding from the crown. 𝐻𝐵𝐵's eyes have pink-red sclera, bright red irises and thin black pupils and long eyelashes. Her forearms and lower legs fade to dark gray, and she has purple heel-hoof toes and pink fingers. 𝐻𝐵𝐵 wears a pink pinstripe coat with dark red lapels piped with white, which is ragged along the bottom hem. Underneath this she wears a bright pink dress shirt with a purple cross on the chest, and long skirt with matching on her pinstripe coat. She also wears a dark red oval-shaped monocle, rimmed with black, over her right eye. She accessorizes with a black knotted bow tie with a bright pink center, dark purple gloves with pink at the fingertips, and purple heels pointed toe with red deer hoofprints emblazoned on the soles. 𝐻𝐵𝐵 also carries a thin cane with a sentient vintage-style microphone attached to it, which she uses to play sound effects and broadcast her voice. 𝐻𝐵𝐵, the gets door slammed in front of her. Charlie looks to the side for a brief moment before opening the door again, still not believe if she's not true. 𝐻𝐵𝐵, Charlie slams door in front of her face once more and called her girlfriend. Charlie, hey 𝐻𝐵𝐵. 𝐻𝐵𝐵 who look annoyed and not looking at Charlie but still answer her. 𝐻𝐵𝐵, what? Charlie, the radio demon is at the door. 𝐻𝐵𝐵 sits up properly and look Charlie, still not believe her as well. Vaggie, what? Angel, who looked clueless as she takes out the popsicle from her mouth. Angel Dust, ahoo. Charlie, what should I do? Vaggie, oh, don't let her in. Charlie decides to disregard Vaggie's advice once more and opens the door for Alastor. Alastra, may I speak now? Charlie, you may. Alastra reaches for the handout. Alastra, Alastra. Pleasure to be meeting you, sweetheart. She pulls Charlie towards her. Alastra, quite a pleasure. She lets herself in. Alastra, excuse my sudden visit, but I saw your fiasco on a picture show, and I just couldn't resist. What a performance. Why, I haven't been that entertained since the stock market crash of ha-ha. She plays with her mic staff. Alastra, so many orphans. Vaggie, who prepared as she holds a harpoon towards her chest. Vaggie, stop right there, cabron hijo de perra. Translation, BSTRD, son of a beach. Vaggie, I know your game and I'm not gonna let you hurt anyone here, you pompous cheesy. Angel's head pops in, look unamused. Vaggie, talk show shitlord. Alastra uses finger to move the harpoon away. Alastra, dear, if I wanted to hurt anyone here. She turns into her full demon form. The screen distorts. Cut to Charlie and Vaggie staring at her perturbed as the distortion ends. Alastra, no. I'm here because I want to help. Charlie, say what now? She repeats herself. Alastra, oh. Ha, hello. Is this thing on? She taps on her mic. Alastra. Testing, testing. Her mic opens its eye. The staff mic. Well, I heard you loud and clear. Charlie, you want to help? She teleports behind the two with her shadow. Alastra, this ridiculous thing you're trying to do. This hotel. I want to help you run it. Charlie, but why? Alastra, why does anyone do anything? Sheer, absolute boredom. I've lacked inspiration for decades. My work became mundane, lacking focus. She shoves Vaggie off screen. Alastra, aimless. I've come to crave a new form of entertainment. Alastra minds, also to meet something new interesting, such I got feeling that man Angel Slaughter would appear here. Charlie, does getting into a fist fight with a reporter count as entertainment? Alastra, it's the purest kind, my dear, reality. True passion. After all, the world is a stage and the stage is a world of entertainment. A/N, she's not wrong, the government's still watching people, especially the poor ones. Charlie, so, does this mean you think it's possible to rehabilitate a demon? Alastra, She shakes her hand in front of her. Alastra, of course not. That's wacky nonsense. She shakes her head back and forth. Alastra, redemption, oh the non-existent humanity. No. I don't think there's anything left that could save such loathsome sinners. She looks over to Vaggie, who is offended, and Angel, who just shrugs. Alastra, the chance given was the life they lived before, the punishment is this. She puts her arms out, gesturing the entirety of hell. Alastra, there is no undoing what is done. Charlie, so then, why do you want to help me if you don't believe in my cause? Alastor, consider it an investment in ongoing entertainment for myself. She pulls Charlie close to her and twirls her. Alastra, I want to watch the sum of the world struggle to climb up the hill of betterment only to repeatedly trip and tumble down to the fiery pit of failure. Charlie, who looked disturbed, she removes head hand from her back. Charlie, Ryite. Alastor, yes, indeedy. She grabs her by the waist and drags her off screen. Alastra, I see big things coming your way, and who better to help you than I? She trails off. Angel Dust, what's the deal with Smiles over there? Vaggie, wait, you've never heard of her before. You've been here longer than me. Angel shrugs cluelessly, still don't know who's that smiling dear demon person. Vaggie, the radio demon. One of the most powerful beings hell has ever seen. Angel still clueless as she shrugs a second time. Angel Dust, not big on politics. Vaggie, she leans in on Angel Dust as she begins her story. Vaggie, decades ago, Alastra manifested in hell. Scene changes to a visual presentation of Vaggie's story regarding Alastra. Vaggie, seemingly overnight. She began to topple overlords who have been DMNT for centuries. That kind of raw power had never been harnessed by a mortal soul before. Then she broadcast het carnage all throughout hell just so everyone could witness her ability. Sinners started calling her the radio demon, as lazy as that is. Many have speculated what unimaginable force enabled her to rival our world's most ancient and destructive evils. But one thing's for sure, she's an unpredictable source of danger, a wicked spirit of mystery, and a violent monster of chaos, the likes of which we can't risk getting involved with unless we want to end up erased. Angel dust, you done? She just laughs. Dryly at her angel dust, she looks like a strawberry PMP. Vaggie, well, I don't trust her. Angel dust, to be fair, do you trust anyone? Any men? Any women? Except for Charlie. Vaggie look away and still thinking her Japanese friend ex-son of powerful Yakuza from the past. Vaggie minds. There's a one but I don't know if he's here or that man who just slaughtered the army angels is my childhood friend, Izuku. She shake off her thoughts and grabs Charlie by the shoulder. Vaggie, Charlie, listen to me. You can't believe this creep. She isn't just a happy face. She's a deal maker. Pure evil. She can't be redeemed. And is most likely looking for a way to destroy everything we're trying to do. Charlie let out a sigh and look at her love. Charlie, we don't know that. Look, I know she's bad, and I know she probably doesn't want to change, but the whole point of this is to give people a chance. Alastra inspects a portrait of the royal family. Seeing a triple woman on the portrait. Charlie, to have faith things will be better. How can I turn someone away? I can't. It goes against everything I'm trying to do. Everything I believe in. She puts hands on Vaggie's shoulders. Charlie, just trust me. I can take care of myself. Vaggie, Charlie, whatever you do, do not make a deal with her. Alastra makes a gesture with her hand, seemingly focusing on Vaggie. Charlie, don't worry, I picked up one thing from one of my moms. She imitating her mother Lucifer's voice. Charlie, you don't take SHT from other demons. She walks off to where Alastra is. Charlie, Tesoa, you're sketchy as F and you clearly see what I'm trying to do here as a joke. As Charlie turns away, glowing red symbols start to appear beside Alastra which quickly disappear after Charlie turns back to Alastra. Charlie, but I don't. I think everyone deserves a chance to prove they can be better. So, I'm taking your offer to help. On the condition that there be no she makes gestures with hands. Charlie, tricks or voodoo strings attached. Alastra rolls her eyes at that last statement. Alastra, so, it's a deal then. She twirls her mic staff and presents her hand for a handshake as green energy bursts throughout the hotel. Charlie refusing her handshake. Charlie, nope. No shaking. No deals. As Princess of Hell and heir to the throne, I hereby order that you help with this hotel. For as long as you longing. A howling wolf can be heard in the background as Charlie looks over to Vaggie for approval. Charlie, sound fair. Alastra rubs her chin for a moment. Alastra, she retracts her mic staff. Alastra, fair enough. Charlie heard what she said, can't help to sigh in relief. Charlie, cool beans. Alastra, she continues to hum while looking around as she stops in front of Vaggie. Alastra, smile my dear. She tickles the underside of her chin, which make Vaggie boiled in anger. Alastra, you know you're never fully dressed without one. She walks away as she continues humming. Alastra, so where is your hotel staff? Charlie, well, camera pans to Vaggie who's staring at Alastra dead in the eyes. Alastra adjusts her monocle. Alastra, oh ho ho, you're going to need more than that. She walks towards Angel Dust. Alastra, and what can you do, my feminine women fellow? Angel Dust, I can lick your CLT. Mic feedback can be heard in the background as Alastra tries to process what she was just offered. Alastra, Angel just scoffs. Angel Dust, your loss. Meanwhile, Alastra thinking something. Alastra minds. But that man might have a chance or maybe more, Alastra. Well, this just won't do. She takes out her mic staff. Alastra, I suppose I can cash in a few favors to liven things up. At the snap of her finger, A new fireplace has replaced the hotel's worn-down one as she approaches it and picks up the mysterious figure covered in soot, which then opens its eye and stares at the trio behind her. The small demon poofs off the soot from her body. Alastair, this little darling is Nifty. Nifty, a small, cyclops demon with pointed limbs, white skin, and one large eye. Her eye sports a light yellow iris, thick eyelashes, a hot pink sclera with a yellow gradient, and a large pie eye-cut pupil. When feeling homicidal, her pupil shrinks and her eye gains black veins. Her red-pink hair is kept into a slightly messy bob cut with a curl on each side, and a single light yellow streak located at the top. Her mouth has sharp light pale yellow teeth inside and black lips, and small hot pink dots on each of the corners. Nifty's attire is a black neckerchief around her neck, and a 1950s red-pink maid dress under a white apron with 3 hot pink dripping splotches. She also wears long black gloves which covers most of her hands and arms, along with matching colored tights. She being drops to the floor, unaffected. Nifty? Hi, I'm Nifty. It's nice to meet you. It's been a while since I've made new friends. She eyes the 3 with her single eye. Nifty, why re you all women? She lifts Charlie with no effort. Nifty, are there any men here? She puts Charlie down. Nifty, I'm sorry, that's rude. She looks around and see the dirty hotel establishment. Nifty, oh man. This place is filthy. It really needs a lady's touch. She grabs a spider and crushes it. Nifty, which is weird because you're all ladies, no offense. She stares off-screen as she takes out a feather duster. Nifty, oh my gosh. This is awful. She speed cleans throughout the hotel. Nifty, nope, 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 nope. She spots a cockroach and stabs it with a sewing pin. Nifty, nope. The 4 ladies stare at Nifty as a voice coming from an unknown cat lady demon can be heard nearby. The cat lady demon lays hot cards down the table. Ah, read them and weep, boys. Full ho, suddenly a demonic illusions and voices distort the surroundings temporarily. Tell, what the F is this? She looks around and spots Alastra, eliciting an angry purr as she points at her. You, Alastair, Husker, my good friend. Glad you could make it. Now no name Husker, as she typical cat demon lady wearing a top hat and simple button white and black shirt and breathes, she still look upset and talk Alastra. Husk, don't you Husker me, you stupid wicked beach. I was about to win the whole diamond pot. She pointed at the jackpot disappears into nothingness. Alastra, good to see you too. Husk can't do anything and accepted as she facepalms angrily at Alastra. Husk, what the hell do you want with me this time? Alastra, my friend, I am doing some charity work so I took it upon myself to volunteer your services. I hope that's okay. Husk, are you shitting me? Alastra, no, I don't think so. Husk shoves Alastra off. Husk, you thought it'd be some kind of big F riot just to pull me out of nowhere. The camera pans to Alastra dusting herself off. Husk, you think I'm some kind of F clown. Alastra grins as if she's about to laugh but hold off. Alastra, maybe. Husk, I ain't doing no F charity job. Alastra teleports behind her through her shadow. Alastra, well, I figured you would be the perfect face to lady the front desk of this fine establishment. She gestures towards the bar she made out of her magic. Alastra, with your charming smile, she pulls Husk's lips into a forced smile. Alastra, and welcoming energy, this job was made for you. Don't worry, my friend. She walks over to the bar, revealing the soles of her heels to have deer prints. Alastra, I can make this more welcoming. If you wish. She makes a bottle of cheap booze appear out of nowhere. Stares at the booze for a second. Husk, what? You think you can buy me with a wink? She winks sarcastically. Husk, and some cheap booze. She grabs the booze and looks at it, finally accepting the job. Husk, well, you can. She just downs the booze as vaggy intervine and disapproval to the bar. Vaggy, no bar, no alcohol. This is supposed to be a place that discourages sin. Not some kind of mouth-Berthelman cave. Angel launches herself at Vaggy from somewhere off-screen. Angel Dust, shut up. Shut. She points to the bar with all her fingers. Angel Dust. Are keeping this. Angel look at the cat bartender and starts flirting with Husk. Angel Dust. Hey Husk, go F yourself. Angel Dust. She holds Husk's face. Angel Dust. Only if you watch me. Charlie. Oh my gosh. Welcome to the Happy Hotel. You are going to love it here. She tries to go for a handshake, but Husk just reaches for her booze. Husk, I lost the ability to love years ago. She just continues to down her booze. Alastra, so what do you think? Charlie, this is amazing. She rubs her cheeks excitedly. Vaggie just with crossed arms. Vaggie, it's okay. Alastra reels the two towards her. Alastra, this is going to be very entertaining. She then lets go of Vaggie and summons a fireball, launching it to the hotel ceiling just so she could distract Charlie fast enough for her to shove Vaggie off screen. She dresses herself in a tux and matching top hat. Alastra, you have a dream. You wish to tell. And it's just laughable. But hey kid, what the hell? 'Cause you're one of a kind. A charming demon belle. Now, let's give these burning fools a place to dwell. Take it boys. Shadow demons. Boo. Pa. Inside of every demon is a lost cause. But we'll dress 'em up for now, with just a smile. Shadow demons, with a smile. And we'll chlorinate this cesspool with some old redemption flair. And show these simpletons some proper class and style. Shadow demons, class and style. Here below the ground, I'm sure your plan is sound. They'll spend a little time, down at this has been ho, the hotel door explodes, ending the music and knocking Nifty off screen. Charlie, Alastra, Angel Dust, and Vaggie look outside. MDM Pentious War ship has made an appearance outside the hotel. MDM Pentious, ha. Whoa. Look who it is harboring the striped freak. We meet yet again, Alastra. Alastra, do I know you? MDM Pentious let her ego deflates. MDM Pentious, oh, yes you do. Her hood flares open. MDM Pentious, and this time, I have the element of, she pulls a lever. MDM Pentious, surprise. I'm so evil. With a snap of a finger, an otherworldly dimensional portal opens with tentacles and shadow demons emerging from it, destroying MDM Pentious' ship while she is inside. Alastra can then be seen finishing it off as she clenches het fist with a few drops of BLD dripping off her hand. Alastra is then shown grinning menacingly in satisfaction for a moment as the others look at her in shock and horror. Alastra noticed it as she began breaking the tension. Alastra, well, I'm starved. Who wants some jambalaya? My mother once showed me a wonderful recipe for jambalaya. In fact, it nearly killed her. Ha, you could say the kick was right out of hell. Oh ho ho, I'm on a roll. Sir, this is the start of some real changes down here. The game is set. Now Alastra uses her magic for the last time in the episode to change the sign atop the hotel from Happy Hotel to Has Been Hotel. Alastra can be heard as her voice becomes sinister. Alastra, stay tuned. Ha. MDM Pentious is revealed to have survived the beating served by Alastra along with Egg Boy number 23. Egg Boy number 23, now will you shoot me with your ray gun? MDM Pentious collapses of exhaustion. Meanwhile, back in the now-named Has Been Hotel, Vaggie is just having a tired expression as she can't handle all the stress that building inside of her head. She lay down on the couch before she let out a sigh. She take out a familiar rose gold locket and open it. And there she saw herself, that's more likely human and alive, and next to her is a boy of everything on her life. Vaggie, Izuku, I don't know what to do. Something happened and I needed some advice. I've been missed you so much. She let out a sigh as she about to close her locket and put back to her pocket. But Alastra appear in front of her, quickly snatched the locket on her hands. Vaggie, give it back. Vaggie tried to take it back her locket, but Alastra take a good look for the moment on the picture as she saw a boy with the same black eyes to the man who just slaughtered the army of angels. She wonder if this boy and that man is the same person at the same because the appearance is quite similar. Alastra also blushing while she looking at boy face because of how handsome and cute he is. Alastra, my. What nice good-looking boy you have on that picture. Who is he? Alastra show a bit interested as Vaggie finally got her locket on her hands and close it. Vaggie, That's none of your business. Vaggie look at Alastra as she been dealing with her for a long day at the first day when she appears it. Alastra just smiled at her, showing she's not intimidated and still curious on the boy in picture. Charlie who noticed and look at Alastra. Charlie, I'll please. She's still sensitive, talking about her childhood friend is crossing the line, so please can you respect it? Alastra look at Charlie before gave up. Alastra. As she disappear in front of them and appear on the bar where she begin to annoyed husk more. Meanwhile, a massive 7 feet tall person can be seen walking towards to the entrance of the hotel. His appearance is pretty much can he noticed because how massive he is. He is muscular and a little lean. He has tiger tattoos around his body from neck to toe. The tattoos range from tiger-like patterns to an actual tiger tattoos, one on his back and 2 on his broad shoulders. He has plumpish thighs that are muscular, medium-length hair that is jet black. His face and skin is a fairish type. He has soft yet sharp eyes. He also has a sharp yet soft jawline. He's still only wearing a black yukata and boxer when he arrives in the hell. But the one thing more interesting is his eyes. His eyes is pitch black and white pupils, such as it's rare for the family heritage to get this kind of family genetic. Once he get closer to the door, he gently put his hand on it and knock it twice such as the people inside get all attention to the door. Charlie is about to open the door but she felt it again just earlier like feeling contemplates when she opened the door for Alastra. As still thinking whether or not to open the door she look at everyone who's now stop what are they doing and looking at her and still do nothing. She look at her girlfriend Vaggie, who just nodded at her and let the person who knocks at the door. When she opened it, her eyes met a huge 2 feet tall person such as he needed to look up just to see the person face and when their eyes met, her eyes widened as the news who just slaughtered the army of angels is now in front of her hotel. The person who's in front of the door is the one and only, our protagonist, Izuku Shingen Yamazaki. Izuku? Oh, Charlie who looked nervous as F and did the same treatment she gave Alastra earlier. She inhale and exhale before she opened the door again to see if it's real. And when she do that, Izuku being slammed the door again as for Charlie that she confirmed that the person who slaughtered the whole army of angels is already in front of her. She look at her group and their expression is telling something. Charlie look at her love again. Charlie, Vaggie. Vaggie who is now concerts at her state. If the powerful demon is already on their hotel, then how she gonna handle the another if this another overlord? Vaggie, yeah, what's the problem hun? She grab her spear just in case something happen. Charlie, remember the man looked like a human who slaughtered the whole army of angels. All of everyone, I mean everyone even Alastra begin to eyes widened. And she's intrigued now it because of her gut feeling is right. Vaggie begin to shiver and can't take it off the disturbing feeling inside on her chest. Vaggie, why yeah what about it? Charlie look at the door and ignore Vaggie, and this time decided to open the door. When she met Izuku who is just giving her a deadpan expression on her face. She can't help to blush in embarrassment because she being rude not only 1 but 2 guests on the hotel in one day. Charlie, sorry Izuku let out a sigh and look at Charlie with calm look. Izuku, it's okay, being nervous is normal. May I? He lift up his arm and telling her if he can go inside which is Charlie nodded and excitedly smiled. Charlie, yes sure. You gonna love this place. Once Charlie let Izuku inside, everyone on hotel have a different expression such as they just met a look-alike human who just slaughtered the whole army of angels. Now it's front of them. Alastra is blushing while she grinning like an idiot as her tails is uncontrollably begin to shake as her mate season trying to break in. Angel is smirking and biting her lips because she just saw a humongous, gigantic, colossal-looking human in front of her. Having a dirty thoughts on her mind. Husk is blushing as well but she trying to hold off Nifty who is trying to break free from her grasp and wanted to hug Izuku, while her face is blushing as well. But what the most unique expression Izuku saw is the Latina moth lady who is just standing there. He noticed her mouth is quivering as her hands begin to shake off but she trying calm it. But what the most shocking part is she just dropped her spear and a tears can be seen on her eye. Izuku noticed her and can't help but to put something on her mind. If this the same person Dark talking about. He needed to clarify something if she's the only person he ever called friend. She put her hands on her mouth trying to contain her quiver voice, but she accidentally dropped her locket and unexpectedly opened, showing the pictures of what inside. Izuku seeing it as the picture of himself that looked young as a kid and his Latina friend who's also young on that time when they took that picture. He just walked towards in front of Vaggie. And once he got closer to her as he literally stopped in front of her. Everyone don't know how to react this except for Alastra who's just smiling at the time. Izuku kneeled down and grabbed the locket and take a look again at the pictures, seeing that this is him when he's still a kid and including his friend as well. He looked at Vaggie and put his hand with a locket, trying to give it back to her. Izuku, it's good to see you V. When Vaggie heard the only person who calling her nickname, she finally confirmed it and this is the same person. She lunged herself at him and hugged him with her arms, Izuku who just startled at this reaction for a moment but smiled and hugged her back. Izuku, what a nice reunion we have. Vaggie tightened her grip and she can't contain her feelings as she began to cry, that he's real and he's with her now. She leaned back and take a look at his face. Vaggie, it's you. It's really you. Izuku smirked and playfully rolled her eyes before just smiled at her again. Vaggie know the personality of Izuku and he's only doing this when he's teasing her. Izuku, well I'm real, Vaggie. You thought I'm your imagination or something. Vaggie hugged him as she tried to tighten her grip, but still the difference of the body, Izuku is still huge person. Izuku noticed everyone on the hotel as Charlie who is crying because of the appealing moment. Angel just smirking at the crying Vaggie. Nifty is now calm and trying to contain her excitement. Husk is being Husk while she's gulping a booze but still looking at them. And Alastra, while she's just still standing at side, smiling at them but behind her is her small cute deer tail is still shaking. For this moments, Izuku felt the uncomfortable tension around the room. Izuku, hey Vaggie, you should stop now before you embarrassed more. Might someone to teased you again, not me but someone. He looked at Angel who wiggling her eyebrows. Vaggie heard what he said as she finally realized that she'd been hugging Izuku for a long time. She finally released her arms and her face is blushing so much in mess as she tried to hide. Izuku minds, well this is the new beginnings of my story by these people, RD person POV. At the lobby of now named Has-Been Hotel, Izuku and the other guests and patron can be seen, such as the awkward tension they created after Vaggie hugged him, who is now blushing such as she embarrassed herself at front of others. She looked at Izuku who's giving her a small teasing smile with the side eyes. She can't help but to look away and punch Izuku on the shoulder which as he felt it's like a tap. Izuku look around and break the awkward tension between at the lobby. Izuku, well it's nice to see a new faces. I guess he begin to walk around, not even care if he's barefoot. Still this is hell so it's nothing new. Izuku begin to look around and see a lot of portraits such as he even saw Charlie and her parents. He got interested to Lucifer and her wife Lilith. Izuku, so, as he turned around suddenly he felt something or someone trying to hug his leg. He looked down and see Nifty is the one who doing it. Such as she trying to hug his leg and attempt to wrap her arms but it's showing his legs is too thick. And all the suddenly she begin to climb up until she's on his chest. Nifty, please let us get married now. Everyone in the lobby heard it and having a shock expression, even Izuku who's looking at her with wide eyes a bit. Charlie/Vaggie/Angel/Husk/Alastra, what? Izuku, what are you saying? Nifty begin to climb up again until she's on his face, closed enough. Nifty, you didn't hear what said. I said let's get mar. Suddenly she being yanked off by black tentacles thanks to Alastra doing. Suddenly Alastra appear in front of him and can't help but to look up a bit since they almost have same height, only difference that Izuku is taller of 2 inches. Alastra, my apologies darling for Nifty doing. She's obsessed when she always see a man, but don't worry she can control herself and can help around. Izuku, that's understandable I guess. When Vaggie heard Alastra heard that she called Izuku her darling, she felt a urge to hurt her such as she can't help but to clench her fist and glared at Alastra who's still smiling while she wagging her tail like a excited dog. Vaggie know that she already have a girlfriend but when Izuku is getting involved she can't help to feel jealous to the other girls even if it's Charlie, who also felt a little jealous because Alastra is still talking Izuku. Izuku, okay, nice to meet you. Alastra smiled widely and went for the normal handshake such as Izuku shook for it. Alastra, name's Alastra, the radio demon. Nice to meet you, darling. I'm sure you heard me about my broadcast. Izuku, who looked confused, can't help but to scratch his head. Izuku, no, I've never heard you. This appear here by now after you called Extermination Day. Now the people are look intrigued, especially Alastra, because Izuku is a fresh soul, or that's she thought. Izuku, well, I might sounds crazy, but I'm not from here or born up there. He pointed the ceiling, or more like the up, which means he's not born in human realm. Izuku, I'm from another world, or more like universe. Same go for you, Vag, but looks like you're born here after you died in our world. He look at Vaggy, who's looking at with wide eyes. Izuku, well, how I should gonna explain this? As Izuku take a sit on the couch and explained everything on them, how he died, the difference about the worlds on them. Time skip a bit. Charlie can be seen look intrigued, such as her eyes is having a stars, such as she felt excited about the heroes and villain story. Charlie, that's so cool. You are hero. Saving a lot of people. That's honorable for the person like you. Surprisingly, Husk entered the conversation, while she holding a bottle of alcohol. Husk, princess, did you forget he's being accused the crime he didn't even commit, and much worse his country betrayed him except for he said his own clan. Izuku let out a sigh as he look up, and Vaggy look at Izuku with a worried expression. She's still now that her friend is with her. Izuku noticed Vaggy who's looking at her. He smiled. Izuku, I told you. I'm completely fine now, Vaggy. Vaggy, I know. It's just I can't believe how these people betrayed you after everything you done. They still believe you're a traitor. It got more worse when sending you to the dangerous prison. Izuku chuckled and looked at ceiling. Izuku, it's fine though, besides it's honed my skills and fighting styles. I learned more about the survival and how to handle those people. Izuku leaned back at the couch, relaxing his back into the soft cotton of sofa could offer. Alastra, that's also explain a lot. Why are you so powerful? These quirks, as you said, I'm still curious, how are you able to use them, especially that black eyes of yours? Izuku looked at Alastra with confusion. He chuckled a bit. That's everyone noticed it. Izuku, well, you wrong about my black eyes, Alastra. I born with it. These eyes is not a quirk but a bloodline heritage of my family. He coughed for some explanation he gonna do. Izuku, you see, at my family father side, the one who born with black eyes is different level to those who can only tap reverse eyes, or what we called ultra instinct. He looked at Vaggy, who noticed his gazed. Izuku, for only example, Vaggy can tap her state of ultra instinct, which is the only ability she have is if she can adjust her strength, speed and ability of fighting skills and capabilities she has. It will depends on her opponent. He put his hand on his chin while he continue explain the ultra instinct to everyone. Izuku, if her opponent is strong, her body will adjust and be strong. If her opponent is weak, she would be weak as equally. Then Izuku take a size as he begin to show what the difference of ultra instinct he has as his white irises begin to shine, change to color such as it's become green. Izuku, and now the difference between the other ultra instinct and my family ultra instinct whole completely different and another level. The people around on his suddenly felt the change of atmosphere such as it's chilling the spine that's in front of them is like a complete different person. Izuku, while my father and brother repressed their ultra instinct so they would not attack the people around on them, for short word a berserk that it would tear even their own comrades. Everyone have a different reaction such, Charlie is nervous and so Vaggy, Angel is disturbed by it. Nifty well-being Nifty, enjoying the story even she's scared and she love it. Husk is just looking at him with narrow eyes but her legs is shaking, and lastly Alastra is shaking in excitement such it's so powerful technique she heard and learning today, as it's very powerful and dangerous trick, she wonder if she can tap her own ultra instinct. But Izuku continue his explanation to them. Izuku, but when they stop controlling their ultra instinct, you know the answer. They can achieve great boost power, even the stamina would be state on the ultra instinct as well, but just like I said it's berserk move, they will tear who stand on their way even their own comrades. Then he sighs. Izuku, but I'm different from my father and brother. I can control and utilizing maximum the full potential of my ultra instinct as you can see right now. He pointed his shining green irises. Izuku, I can control it, so no need to be scared. He finally stopped using it and went back to white irises, such it's normal. Izuku, so you know the now difference between it. The atmosphere finally came back to normal as the others can breathe now properly. Izuku, so Charlie, you have a kitchen, right? Charlie, Izuku, good. I'm starving. Don't worry, I'm not gonna use not all the ingredients. Charlie just giggles and shake her hands like it's no big deal. Charlie, oh, you don't have to worry about. I'm happy that there's also someone can make food more than us. Izuku, that's good. Vaggie, you want some ketchup? He began to stand up and look at Vaggie while he began to make his way to the kitchen. Vaggie, Charlie, it's okay Vaggie, you should catch up with you friend. It's been too long for you to see him, so you should have some chat with him and maybe convince him to stay at this place for today since you know, it's his first day in hell. Vaggie, right, be right back hon. She quickly follow Izuku who's already in the kitchen making something delicious as Vaggie become more nervous. Vaggie who look more nervous as she look at Izuku's humongous back. She can't help but a heat begin to build up on her cheek, but she took a breath and take a closer to him. Izuku, so anything new? He flips some pancakes as he's still not looking at Vaggie and focusing his cooking. Vaggie begin to help him as she passed the syrup and Izuku take it. Vaggie, well, it's nothing much but well I'm happy where I am now. And what about you? She look up at Izuku who chuckled and noticed that he really got a tattoos, neck to almost on his feet because it's only stopping on his at the edge of his shin. Izuku, well after the mess what I did today. Which is pretty much interesting that I can tear some angels. I have to enjoy my life now since you know I'm here and got a new task, but enough for that. He felt Elastra is trying to eardrops on them by using her shadow. Izuku can easily detect it so he's gonna play safe and not exposed that he being sent by a god. Izuku, I'm here to help you and your girlfriend about your redemption. She looked at Izuku with wide eyes as she really hurt him. Vaggie, wait really? After we made a mess at the studio, now the sinners think we are joke. You're gonna still help us? Izuku chuckled at her reaction and before he looked at her after he put the last pancake on the plate. Izuku, I'm your best friend remember. Even we used to be child. No matter hard or mess we been through I always get out of it and achieve it. I'm sure Charlie can achieve her dream and help those people for the redemption. Izuku grab a bread and a bunches of vegetables and ham and uncooked meat. Izuku, we are not right at the moment now maybe because people though this is a joke but someday these people would realized it, it's not too late for them and just accepted their sin and let go their past so they can move on. Vaggie, maybe you're right. Thanks for believing me and Charlie, Izuku. Vaggie acknowledge what he said and Izuku appreciate by nodding such as these are having common sometimes, but Izuku look at her and begin to change the topic. He begin to use the only communication that he and her only the one who created by just looking. Izuku, change for the subject Charlie don't know right. Vaggie noticed it and she also begin to use the communication that her friend only used it when someone is listening to them. Vaggie, what are you talking about? Izuku, you know what I mean Vaggie. Vaggie noticed his glared and still don't know what the heck is he talking about. Izuku can't help but give her a hint. Izuku, you Vaggie. I know you're an exorcist. Pretty much that it's obvious because of the X on your eye and using an angelic spear. It's similar to those exorcists I slaughtered just at the time in recently Extermination Day. When Vaggie realized it, her whole body went stiff such as she began to freeze as ice. She looked at Izuku who's looking at her before he continue. Izuku, so I get to the point. She don't know what you are. Vaggie look up at him as she let out sighs. Vaggie, I would like to keep it that way for now. Even Vaggie friend Izuku and know him for a long time. This is the first time she glared at him. Izuku who noticed it just being quiet and sighs and look at her. Izuku, look Vaggie. I'm not trying to be upset to you or something. I just needed an honest answer. Even though I already know it. I will not pry your business how you end up fallen or got here on hell but I just wanted to tell you something. The more keep secret you do, it will fired back you more such as it would hurt you or worse. He look at Vaggie with concerned look at his face. Izuku, Vaggie, you may lose her forever. You should be honest to her. She's your girlfriend, I know it's hard at first and she's gonna hurt. But you gonna face it and face your fear. I'm sure she's gonna understand it. He looked at her for the moment before he flipped the meat and add some ingredients, making the scent more aroma and delicious. Vaggie looked down for the moment and clenched her fist. She know he's right. Charlie need to know before it hurt her. It's hard at first, but she need to tell and let it out on her chest. She look at Izuku and honest on her eye. Vaggie, I will tell her for the right moment and when I'm ready, but not now. Izuku, good to know. And Vaggie look at him and see he has a small smile on his face. Izuku, I'm happy for you. He finished the food and all prepared. Even the coffee or juice. Izuku, come on, help me to put those on table. I'm sure everyone is hungry when they smell this. Izuku grabbed some a tray and put the food with plates on it. Vaggie look at Izuku, who's been quiet for time, as she heard him humming while he began to walk away. She felt something on her heart, such as it's like a thorn that had been pierced when she found out that Izuku is alive now and also already have relationship to Charlie, pretty much she's his girlfriend. She looked at him again before he finally left at the kitchen. She still have feelings at him even though she has a girlfriend now. She don't know what to do. She even heard him that he's already happy that she finally found a love to Charlie. Vaggie minds, Izu. She grabbed the tray before she put those food with plates on it. She shake the thoughts of her head and left the kitchen. Then she heard them. Such as Charlie is having eyes sparkling on her eyes after she bite the sandwich that Izuku made. Charlie, it's so good. She begin to chomping more food, such as she can't stop chewing more and another. Angel dust. Oh, it's like I have best orgasms 10 times in the row. This food is something else and I love it. Angel is having a big crisis as she felt like her clothes suddenly burst out and make her naked, such as she's having a food orgasm. Nifty, this is delicious. Nom 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 nom. Alastra, I might cannibal person, but I love these pancakes he made for today. She took a bite and chew it more before she gulp it and take a sip of coffee that Izuku made it as well. Husker is also eating some sandwiches, especially with the fish on it. And a coffee on her other hand. Husker, not bad. At least there's more beef food from now on before the alcohol at my stomach. Izuku can be seen smiling and chuckled as he saw everyone is enjoying the food he make. He look at Vaggie and telling her by his hand to join them, which is she followed and take a sit next to Charlie, who's busy chewing more food another after another. At the rest of the day, Izuku help everyone around to organize the hotel more and clean it. Such it's big help to everyone. Even Alastra needed some help to her new office on the hotel. Later, Izuku got a room and began to decorate himself. There's already a bed, TV, balcony and bathroom. There's nothing new at his room, only he needed some furniture and clothes, which is he gonna need tomorrow. As he about to lay down on his bed, suddenly a small orb suddenly appear in front of him. Izuku just look at it since he didn't felt a threat. A few seconds, the orb disappear and there's a phone, or more like hell phone, drop on his bed and next to it a hell key. Suddenly a holographic screen appear in front of him. Here, it's late gifts from me. It's a hell phone that you needed. It's also got a few thousand cash on your bank account, so it's no problem for the money anyway. I also added some features like you can watch a different video such Earth or Hell and even Heaven. It good and got unlimited Wi-Fi and super high invulnerable, so it will not be break easily. It's also a automatic electrify protection from thief or snatchers. As for the hell key, you gonna see it tomorrow. This is your friend, Izuku. Well, I guess I got no problem for the money right now. He grabbed the phone and began to look the features such as its good YouTube, Twitter, Facebook and more. As he changed it to the more looking hell. There's a SinsTube, Sinstagram, Spotify and more. He downloaded some apps and music, such as he got really interested to the new apps on his new hell phone. Time skip in next day, Izuku just wake up by the alarm on his hell phone. He grab it and turn it off before he get up. Stretching his body as it let out some pop bones noises, especially at his back. He do this for 10 minutes before he do his now finished business at the bathroom. After that he left make his way to lobby where he met tired hungover bartender Husker at the bar, energetic maid sadistic Nifty who's cleaning, the pawn star pervert Angel Dust who's trying to flirt the cat bartender, and lastly the radio demon, Alastra, who's enjoying reading the newspaper while she listening some music old to her stuff. Izuku, good morning. Angel /Nifty /Husker /Alastra, Good morning muscle / morning Izuku. / morning kid / good morning my dear. He let out a yawn before he noticed that Vaggie and Charlie is not only here for the moment. Izuku, hey where Vaggie and Charlie? Husker shrugged her shoulder while cleaning the bottle. Nifty shake her head off telling she don't know as well. Alastra is being Alastra while she reading some newspaper. Angel is shrugged off her shoulder but she smirked. Angel, maybe they still asleep or maybe doing some morning naughty at the moment. Izuku look at her with deadpan look before he make his way to the kitchen. Izuku, I'll let them. Anyway I'm gonna make some breakfast, you want some request? He look at them and Alastra is the one who answered for them since they busy there. On stuff. Alastra, well surprised us, darling. I know you can make some more than wonderful breakfast for us. Izuku shrugged his shoulder before he nodded and make his way to the kitchen. He opened the fridge and cabinets and take all the ingredients he needed. A few minutes he got eggs, bacon, rices, flour, syrups, meat and vegetables. He know what to do so he begin to make the food for a long minutes. Later, after 30 minutes he's done and mixing some coffee at the mug for the finishing touch. He put all the foods on the table and everyone is got their own food for breakfast. He look around noticed that Charlie and Vaggie is still not here. He look at Angel and ask if they already awake. Angel, well maybe they still asleep but not my problem if they met no food at the breakfast. She chews some sandwiches on her mouth before she begins to scroll on her phone. Izuku, Angel, you know their room right? Might to show me the way so I can wake them up. Angel, sure. As they left at the lobby and make their way to Charlie's and Vaggie's room. While they still walking, Angel try to make some conversation. Angel, so you are really from another universe, huh? Izuku let out a sigh. I mean it's hard to believe it that there's no people gonna believe and needed some proof. He look at Angel and answer her. Izuku, yeah, your world is pretty much different from mine. People can use powers but yours not, it's really huge difference from us. Angel look at Izuku such they almost have the same height only that Izuku 2 inches taller than her. Angel, so how's does it feel to be hero, since you already tell us that you used to be one of them before you know the framed up thingy Izuku? Oh well it's good feeling. Seeing the people I save is safe it's already satisfied me even though my BLD is thirsty for fight and violence. It's still enjoying for me to achieve my dreams and got some friends before the incident. Then Angel smiled and looked at him more with lust on her eyes. Angel, so you can say, you're the strongest hero at the time. I mean look those muscles and your build. I'm sure they're not for only show. Izuku look at her and see her expression such as she trying to flirt at him. This is nothing new to him since he already deal one of the people like her. A flirt back wouldn't be hurt. He stop and look at Angel and begin to lean at her. Showing that the height difference between them and Angel felt being overwhelmed by his humongous body. It's enough for her heart to beat in nervous such as she felt alive again. Izuku, I mean you can say that even I'm used to be human. You can say I'm the strongest one. Not be brag or something. Just stating the facts. He put his both hands on the wall, where Angel standing as her head is between almost on his arms, showing his muscular biceps with tattoos on it. As she felt being cornered by them and her breath become to tense while her legs is trying to not give in. Izuku, people trying to fight me and at the end. No one can event defeat. I'm the most strongest creature on my universe so the people really fear from me and I can show you. He begins to lean further until their heads is next to each other. Izuku, how I'm powerful and destructive. I am not only the fighting but he moved his mouth next to her ear as Angel felt her breath super close to her such as she felt her panties needed some changes because it's already soaking wet. Izuku, also at the bed he blow her ear such as Angel finally give in as her legs went limp and look up at Izuku. At their position, Angel is about to ready to take some oral action while Izuku can be seen smiling. He lean back and take his hand in front of her. Izuku, you're not the first person trying to flirt with me, Angel. I've already got experience even at the bed so you can't never see me embarrassed because I've already F many women and that's before I came here. Angel who's been speechless at the time. This is the first time of her life that someone can make her at this state. As the famous porn star, being flirty to someone is not a big deal to her but this one is clearly different. She take his hand and Izuku pull her up. Izuku, as much I wanted to continue our fun dear, We have times for ourselves for our own times. Angel. Yeah, anyway, Diamond, you make my panty wet. Well, not that I like it, but you really got me there. She came back to usual self as it's like nothing happened, and she looked down and see that she's really soaked wet as Izuku chuckled and look at his front. Izuku, we should go now. Remember, you have to show me where Charlie's room. Angel, right, I can change later for some new pair. As they continue to make their way to the couple rooms, Izuku is still thinking about the clothes he gonna buy and new pair of sandals since he's still barefooted. After a few seconds they finally arrived. They saw the door and Izuku didn't even knock it and just went to open it. Izuku, good morning Charlie, Vaggie. As he greet them, his eyes widened before it went normal and his mouth went to grin. Angel is also doing the same while her eyebrows wiggling up as she and Izuku saw the couple doing something. Izuku leaned at the door while he crossed his arms. Izuku, damn these morning already. I didn't know you are really thirsty that much, Vaggie. Angel. Looks like both of you would do more further if we didn't interfere. Vaggie can be seen blushing in embarrassment such as she can't do anything at this moment and grit her teeth and glared not only Angel but Izuku as well. Charlie is embarrassed and nervous such as they got caught doing something. Izuku, well, breakfast is ready. Continue what you both doing or Angel or Nifty is gonna eat your food until nothing left. He wave his hand off such as demeanor tease but his eyes is telling a different story. He quickly turn around and begin to walk away. In the background Angel is still not the one leaving but a pillow being thrown at the room and hit her face. Enough for her to laugh and try to catch up Izuku. Back to Izuku whose his eyes can't be seen, being covered by some of his bangs as he continued to walk. Izuku felt something that really don't know how to describe it such as it's like not physical damaged it's but looks like emotional. He didn't unintentionally grip his fist but eventually he loosed it and put his hands on the pocket. Izuku realized that he's still got feelings for Vaggie. He was her first kiss, his first friend and first crush. He know himself and realized that those feelings is better to move away. After all, Vaggie already have a lover. He can't help but to put his hands on his forehead, trying to cover his eyes. Flashback Izuku can be seen young again, while trying to find Vaggie who's hiding at him. Eventually it took 30 minutes to find her and there he saw her taking a nap under the tree. Kid Izuku, hey Vaggie as he gently make his way next to her and try to wake her up but he saw her peaceful sleeping face. Kid Izuku, hey Vaggie found you. He gently grabbed her hand and shook it but still not able to wake Vaggie. Suddenly his eyes met the lip. The Latina lips such as Izuku become nervous and his face begin to heat up. Kid Izuku, hey I'm not PP or something. He shouted quietly and slapped his face with his both hands as it marks a red print each of his cheek. Kid Izuku, I can do this. I can do this. I'm not scared. I'm a man. He puffed his chest up, trying to be brave but the just trying to kiss his crush is enough for him to make nervous as heck. But he has ball and steel on it. Having a courage, he begin to lean down until his face closed enough to kiss her. He can't help but to clench his fist. He calmed down himself. Kid Izuku minds. Screw it. He quickly took a quick long kiss. Even he's a kid he still have to do it. After few seconds he leaned back look at Vaggie who's not even still aware or awake what he have done. Kid Izuku, why the F I called that kiss? He smashed his heads to ground in so much embarrassment such as he created a quake on the ground. Shaking around on him that's enough for the birds to fly away and awake Vaggie from her deep nap. She rubbed her eyes and slowly opened it. There she saw Kid Izuku who's in front of her, standing and facing whatever in his front, while his arms is being crossed on his chest. Vaggie began to look around and saw the crater that in front of Kid Izuku. She began to worried and quickly run in front of him to see his face. And there she saw it. The BLD is dripping and his face is pretty much damaged. What the hell happened to your face? Who did this to you? What with all this BLD? Kid Izuku who's still trying to get together, still answer his friend. Kid Izuku, I'm fine, there's nothing to worried about. Kid Vaggie, the hell you're fine. Your face is pretty much bang up. I swear these bullies. Come on, let's go. You really needed some medical attention right now. And so at the end, Izuku is the one who kissed her. Pretty much obvious but there's no way that can called be kissed since Vaggie is not aware on it and she's sleeping. End of flashback. Back to present where Izuku can be seen on the lobby who's trying to act like nothing happened. As far he know, 𝐻𝐵𝐺 is already happy to her relationship and so he should be happy as well. That's the end of the story. He let out a sigh before he looked at the table where 𝐻𝐵𝐺 and Charlie are now well dressed and eating their breakfast, while their face is blushing in embarrassment. Izuku begin to stand up such as everyone noticed it. Izuku, I'm gonna head out for a bit. Angel, you sure? Izuku look at her and snort. Izuku, what you think I can't handle myself? Besides the people already know me so I'm pretty sure they're not gonna mess with me. Angel, well if you say so. Big man 𝐻𝐵𝐺 is the one who stand up and try to stop him. 𝐻𝐵𝐺, are you sure? I know this is your second day in hell but Izuku just look at her and patted her head. Izuku, I'm gonna be fine 𝐵𝐵𝐺. Besides I'm gonna need some new clothes and pair of sandals. I also gonna look some jobs not trying to take advantage what the hotel could offer. I needed to be independent sometimes. He stopped, patted her head and began to open the door, but he gave them a last look. Izuku, so see you gals later before he finally left and closed the door. At outside he let out a sigh before he began to walk away from the hotel. Back to 𝐻𝐵𝐺 who can be seen while her hand is hanging on the air where Izuku left. But she let out a sigh and go back to the chair and enjoy the food that Izuku prepared for her.